man, that's... I'm going to leave it alone. It's Monday Night Football. We know what time it is. I got nothing to say about that statement. Okay, this is lots on the line here. I ain't gonna lie, lots on the line. Oh boy. It's about to be one of those nights. Honestly, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty chill. The weird part about the Ravens is they usually show up in games like this. It's the 2-8 teams, like those teams that are fighting for the lottery. Those are the teams that concern me with the Ravens, because I just know they're gonna come out and just play down to the competition. But a primetime game against a good team, Ravens usually win those type of games, so I'm not exactly worried. I had zero concern. I had so much concern. I didn't watch anything Ravens related this week. There was no nerves, none of that. I expected them to get this done, so let's see if they can. Chargers gonna get the ball first. Now, Monday Night Football against a lot of former Ravens. Apparently, the Chargers have like 10 of the Ravens' former players, and then I think like 2 coaches. I can't remember the other coach, but we know Roman. Either way, I'm gonna be honest. 2 things here. One, we're gonna sit back and we're gonna focus. We're gonna sit back and focus. No Roquan Smith tonight. Let's take a look at somebody's got to count every missed tackle we see from Malik Harrison. Someone got to take count of that. I'm going to try to see as many as I can get. That's number 1. Number 2, he's not going to get fired. Nothing's going to change. But this is a must-perform game from a coaching standpoint from Zachary Orr. If Zachary Orr's defense gets smoked by Greg Roman's offense, he might lose the fan base for the rest of the season. There's nothing he could do regular season-wise that could ever regain the fandom's belief in him. Unless he goes on a tear in with the defense in the playoffs, we don't know. But we got to get there before we can talk about it. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 30-yard line. Here we go. First down. They give it to J.K. Dobbins. This is a lot. This is a lot in this game. It's supposed to be a revenge game, quote-unquote, for J.K. Dobbins, even though it's not. Supposed to be a revenge game for Gus Edwards, which I kind of believe it could be a revenge game because of how things the Ravens kind of just moved off of him. A lot happened during the final weeks of the season and then heading into the playoffs between Ravens and Gus Edwards, just in terms of how they kind of looked at it. So it feels like one of those revenge games, but I don't know if we can really call it that. It's just a lot of former Ravens on this team. So we'll see what happens here. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Herbert takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires across the middle. It is caught. First down, Chargers. Humphrey makes the tackle. Chargers moving the chains. Again, it's going to be one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be one of those nights. The defense has to show up and perform. If the defense does not, it's not going to be a good look. What's going on, Darth? Welcome to Monday Night Football. First down, Chargers. Defense going to have to make some sort of noise here early on because the Chargers are already near midfield with that one play. 1st and 10, handing the ball off to Gus Edwards. And Edwards picks up about 6, maybe 7. 2nd down coming up here for the Chargers. Can't say it's a revenge game for JK. He was never healthy here. Other than his rookie year, he was never healthy. So it made sense why they released him. This is a revenge game for Gus Edwards, though. Gus Edwards was having a great season last year, and yet mid-season, the Ravens tried to trade. They tried to trade for Derrick Henry. And then we get to the AFC title game. They don't even give Gus Edwards the ball for a majority of the game. He gets like, 2-3 carries? And then afterward, they just dumped him off and got Derrick Henry. This is more of a revenge game for Gus Edwards than J.K. Dobbins. Edwards, 2 runs, a first down here for the Chargers. So this feels like a revenge game for Gus Edwards. Edwards has something to prove. This is going to be his night. Evenly matched teams, but I think a win for the Chargers. We'll see. We'll see.
Verdict was he wasn't able to play tonight, so they miss him, and it's his first
First and 10 here for the Chargers inside Ravens territory. No Roquan Smith tonight means that this run defense is going to be, well, lacking in some areas. Play fake here. Herbert with time in the pocket. Now the pressure collapses. Herbert's going to take off, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5 yards. Second down coming up here for the Chargers. Herbert has been utilizing his legs a lot more this season for the Chargers, which has led to a lot of success and them moving the chains a lot. So the Ravens have to be careful. Herbert is not afraid to take off this year. He's been utilizing the wheels a lot more. Roquan Smith is a big loss. Harrison's got to step up. Good luck with that. This is feeling like a long game. It's going to obviously be a long game. Let's be real. It's a Ravens game. We don't know what we're going to get from the Ravens on a week-to-week basis. And it's going to feel even longer because you got so many former Ravens players on the other side. And then Greg Roman's offense. You know how it's going to be. Dobbins picks up the first down, and the Chargers continue to move the chains, getting into field goal range. Ravens defense making absolutely zero stops right now. First down, Chargers. So yeah, Ravens already starting off on the right foot, I guess.
You know this game's got a little personal feel to it, trying to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, when we talked to him, Joe, I asked him, is this game personal? He said, no.
Yeah, this defense is going to get cooked. If this defense gets cooked by a Greg Roman offense, I promise you, no one's going to have faith in Zach while moving forward. He might lose the fan base with this one. He might legitimately lose the fan base with this one. If Greg Roman's offense cooks this defense, he might lose the fan base with this one. I'm just being honest here. First and 10, play fake, over the middle, caught, first down, right in between, who was it, Harrison and who? Either way, first down, first and goal for the Chargers. They're pretty much cooking the Ravens defense right off the bat. So, yeah, that's how that's looking. Ravens still can't cover the middle of the field. Yeah, so put it right in between. Where is this dude going? Where is Malik Harrison looking at? Oh my God, yeah. Touchdown on this first drive, you could tell. Malik Harrison, where are you looking? Where are you going? Who was he looking at? Oh my God, this dude stinks. Woo! He can play zero pass coverage. Where was he looking at? Why did we resign Malik Harrison? The only job of a linebacker is attack when he can't do it. I don't think they had any other options. They didn't have the money to afford Patrick Queen. My goodness, he stinks. Oh my God, why is he still on the roster? Second and goal here. Can a defense make some sort of stop? I don't know what Malik Harrison. You really know what to say. Herbert, he's got time. Nothing's there. He's going to take off. Herbert utilizes the wheel, touchdown. He goes in untouched. He literally goes in untouched. He goes in untouched. Opening drive touchdown for the Chargers. Oh boy, the Ravens defense right now. Already looking like that. I heard they're looking for a backup quarterback too. Lamar about to get hurt. Why are you just wishing that on him? Please do not jinx it by wishing that on the guy. He was healthy all season last year. He's been healthy this season on the field. Please do not say things like that because it just seems like you're just wishing it on him. Or it seems like you're jinxing him. Why are you trying to jinx him? They're looking for a backup quarterback because they don't believe Josh Johnson's the guy. Do you want to put your faith in Josh Johnson if Lamar has to leave the game for something? I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. So yeah, the Chargers with zero resistance moves down the field. And the look on Lamar's face, you can tell he's already, I'm just saying. You got to be frustrated with a defense that can't make any stops. Like, legitimately, the look on Lamar's face tells me he knows it's going to be a long day. If Buddy don't show up tonight, they're going to lose this game. The look on Lamar's face tells me it's going to be a long night for this team. And he knows he has to play his very best football if they're going to beat this team. Both of these teams are going to choke in the fourth quarter. Well, whoever chokes the most is going to lose this game, so. No, well, I'll say this. If the Ravens don't have the lead heading into the fourth quarter, they'll be fine. The Ravens without the lead, they'll be fine. The Ravens with the lead, they'll choke that. Same thing for the Chargers, so it is what it is. I just think the NFL's scripted now. So you think the NFL's scripting an injury? So that means you're saying you don't think Lamar is actually getting hurt. You just think at the end of the day, they're going to quote-unquote pretend he's hurt, and then he's just going to leave the game and just not play, but he's actually healthy. I don't know if I can really say that because a lot of these guys are getting surgery and taking damage. It's hard for me to sit back and say they're scripting injuries, man. If you want to say they're scripted in terms of how the refs are officiating the game, by all means, because the refs, some of these play, the missed calls and then the idiotic calls, fine. But I don't think players are actually scripting injuries. That's just a crazy statement. Guys have to actually get surgery and go through months of rehabilitation to be able to do what they're doing. So, no, if you want to sit back and say the refs are the ones that are really scripting the games by their specific officiating, fine. But I don't think you can say injuries are a part of the script. That is insane. The amount of damage these guys put on people. We've had situations like Alex Smith where he nearly lost his leg and potentially his life. It's crazy to say injuries are scripted. If you're speaking of in terms of what's it called? If you're speaking of just scripting in terms of the refs controlling the game, by all means make the argument. But anything past that, nah. I can't say injuries are scripted. So yeah, Greg Roman's offense basically walked down the field and just put the ball in. I mean, Herbert went in untouched. Herbert literally went in untouched. Nobody touched Herbert the entire drive. Yeah, this defense is in for a long one. Even when you make the changes, the defense still stinks. Chargers literally just walked down the field. Exactly. They had no resistance. Ravens couldn't stop the run, couldn't stop the pass, and Herbert just run. He just walks in untouched. Lamar is pissed. He's going to be pissed with a defense like this. There's nothing you can do about it. It's going to be a long game for him. That's why I said this team's a first-round exit. You can't trust this defense to make stops when you need them to. They're a first-round exit. They are a first-round exit, and everybody can see it. You're asking Lamar to be perfect, and that's not going to get it done. I watched Josh Allen be perfect in the playoff game against Mahomes, and he still went home the loser. So what do you do with that? Can't believe I have to deal with my football team and my hockey team on the same night. I'd probably just go watch the hockey team, dude. The Ravens ain't really going. It's going to be that type of night. It's going to be that type of night. Yeah, probably not even get in. No, they'll still make the playoffs. They have too much talent. Lamar just doesn't lose a lot of football games. So they'll make the playoffs. They'll just be a first-round exit. I can't see a season where the Ravens have a healthy Lamar Jackson and they miss the playoffs. That's yet to happen. Every year he's been healthy, they made the playoffs. And even in the 2 years he got hurt, they still had a winning record and they had a top 3 seed when he went down. So this guy doesn't miss the postseason if he's healthy a whole season. It's just not going to happen. Well, so defense made no stops. Offense now on the field. They know if they don't score damn near every time, they're cooked. This defense still stinks, and we know it. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. Hopefully Lamar and the Ravens are ready. So it's gonna start with Lamar taking the ball himself, and Lamar is gonna pick up about 6 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Ravens. Yeah, they need to use Henry, man. Derrick Henry needs at least 20 carries. They're going to have to get the running game going today. Is this team still coached by Doc Rivers? It never stopped being coached by Doc Rivers. We've had the Doc Rivers of the NFL for quite some time now. It's been a nice break away from the Ravens. That 10-day break, not even 10-day break, that 8 days between this and the Steelers game was nice. Derrick Henry picking up the 1st down. Ravens are going to have to run the ball. Well, my hockey team is facing the team that won the Stanley Cup last season. Yeah, that actually might be a tough one. I still probably just go watch them over the Ravens. At least with that one, if you lose, you're like, well, it's against the defending champions. You can live with that. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens at their own 40-yard line. Lamar takes the ball under center here. Play action. Lamar rolls, fires. Gets it to Nelson Aguilar. Wide open. 1st down, Ravens. But here comes a flag. Here we go. The more things change, the more things stay the same. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Every time they make a play, some penalty comes out of nowhere.
And you can see Ricard saying, who, me? Well, and John Harbaugh, he's not believing it either, just because this is the most penalized team in football.
He didn't even touch him. He didn't even touch him.
I'll refer to Russell, but
this is where they say things. This is literally why they say the game's rigged. He didn't touch him. Where's the penalty? He didn't touch anybody. Where's the penalty? This is why they say everything's rigged. Because he didn't touch anybody. Who did he touch? Who did he touch? This is why they say the game's rigged. The replay shows Patrick Ricard touched absolutely nobody. He touched air. He touched air. Oh my goodness.
very much.
This is why they say the game's rigged. This is why they say the game's rigged. He touched air. The NFL, this is what you're putting out as a product. This is what you're putting out as a product. Sport, I'm telling you guys, don't get invested in these sports, man. This is insanity. He touched absolutely nobody. 2nd and 22. Who does Lamar even go to here? The drive's over. The drive is over. The drive is over. This is insane. He touched nobody. Oh my God. I'm telling you, bro. I'm just tired of. I'm so glad I'm not invested in sports the way I was years ago because he touched nobody. I wish I could get mad at Patrick Carr. He touched air. There was no penalty there. There was literally no penalty. Where was the penalty? I'm so confused. All right, Lamar, just head back to the bench. Just head back to the bench. Hand the ball off, bro. Just head back to the bench. Lamar going deep. Just head back to the bench. He didn't touch anybody. He didn't touch anybody, man. I'm so confused as to what the penalty was. He didn't touch anybody. I'm sorry, man. I'm so glad I'm not invested in sports the way I was years ago, because something like that would actually piss me off and I'd be ranting. If this is the product the NFL wants to put out, by all means, someone needs to give me a closer look at the replay in which they said the penalty happened, because I looked at it and I don't know where the penalty came from. I really don't know where the penalty came from. What's going on, Kevin? I'm so confused by what the penalty was. Like, somebody please show me what was there on the penalty. I promise you, I don't. Maybe he did something late. I don't understand what the penalty was. Like, I can't. This is why they say things are rigged. This is why. You make it so difficult. You make it so difficult. You make it so difficult for people to defend your sport when you make calls like this. Like, it already ruins the aspect here. Do you know how difficult it is to try to tell people that say the game is rigged? It's hard to defend anything here when you see something like this. Because you showed us to somebody and they're just like, yeah, that's clearly rigged. He didn't touch anybody. Where's the penalty? How does defense is playing? If the Chargers score, we might take it out. So what at this point? I mean, it's the more... I don't know. I don't know. What else is new at this point? I'm so lost right now by what the penalty was that I'm already checked out of this game. If that's how they're going to play it tonight, I'm already checked out. I don't care anymore. I am already checked out. I'm already checked out. If that's how they're going to officiate this, I'm already checked out. I'm already checked out. I'm already checked out. No contact, penalty. I'm checked out. At this point, I don't care about the result. I'm checked out. I know what type of game this is. I'm checked out. I honestly am checked out because there's no point. You've already shown me what you're going to do tonight, so I don't need to put that much effort in. I'm already checked out. I'm already checked out. Hard, like, how am I supposed to get engaged? What's going on, Loyola Houston? How am I supposed to get engaged? That was a penalty on a whiff. He touched air. And you get a 15-yard penalty, a personal foul on what? He touched air. How can I get engaged for the game now? I know what type of game this is going to be. Phantom calls already happening. I'm checked out. We're not even 5 minutes. Are we 5 minutes into the game? Let me see. How much time is left here in the first quarter?
That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Yeah, actually, we're 5 minutes. We're 10 minutes in. We're about, what, 8.5, 9 minutes into this game. I'm checked out. I'm checked out. I don't know. He didn't touch anybody. He didn't touch anybody. He literally didn't touch anybody, and they called a penalty. Am I supposed to care about the game after that? Because I already see how it's going to be. I'm checked out now. Let's see what happens the rest of the game, but I'm checked out. I don't have anything else to say. I'm just checked out. 1st and 10 here. Play action here. Herbert's going to have all the time in the world. Oh, someone finally going to get to him? Get him down, for God's sakes. They got a sack right there. But I'm like already checked out. Like, I I don't even know what to say. I legitimately don't know what happened.
Bring down Herbert, 2nd and 13. Well, that's the one area of this offensive line. They're good on the edges. They do leak a little pressure inside. And he takes it right up the middle. And Herbert just really has nowhere to go off the play action. And
Defense, go try. You all check the history of the Ravens. For every 12 to 13 years, they have won a Super Bowl. If they don't get it this year, I don't know what to say. Well, then that breaks the cycle. What's going on, John? A flag was called for hitting Casper the Friendly Ghost. It ain't even Halloween to do that. Another play action here. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up here. Hopefully the defense makes a stop, I guess. I had to deal with a Lakers Fulham FC loss Saturday. I'm already not in the move. Oh, yeah, y'all lost. Didn't y'all lose to the Nuggets?
I'm not going to say he's a different guy now.
Was it the Nuggets y'all lost to the other day? Or was it yes? Let's see. Yeah, y'all lost to... yeah, Denver. I remember because I saw Russell Westbrook was talking. Oh, Russell Westbrook was saying his piece and running his mouth.
Maybe not the toughest, maybe he was the toughest, but it's undisputable.
3rd and 13. I mean, let's see what happens here. Pressure's coming. 1st down.
Almost sitting down.
Don't check out. The game just started. Dude, I'm ready to check out. If the refs are going to do this, I don't have to sit here and... I'm not going to leave the game, obviously. But if the refs are going to check out like this, and dude's wide open in the middle of the field, I mean, the Ravens, they don't practice what they preach. Guys are getting wide open in the middle of the field. They don't practice what they preach. There's no point in me reiterating the same thing. The Ravens don't practice what they preach. There's still people open in the middle of the field. They still can't make stops consistently. They can't make stops at all on 3rd down. So nothing's changed with the Ravens. It's the same story every single time. I'm just going to keep pretending like nothing's happening here. And then the flag. What's the flag for?
A gain of 5 in the area of a hold.
Oh, a holding on the offense. Like, the refs have already made me check out. The refs have already made me check out that it's so difficult for me to say anything past this. Russ is the reason why we were trashed for 2 seasons. Okay, first of all, I'm tired of y'all just blaming Russ like he was the primary reason. First of all, there were several factors. Aspects-wise, I think the number one person that should be held responsible should probably, you know, I'm gonna leave it. It's been years since he's been off the team. If we don't want to talk about the coaching of the situation, let's blame Russ. We don't want to talk about the personnel not matching to what LeBron and AD want to do. We don't want to talk about the horrible coaching. Let's just blame it on Russ, who was a bench player at some point. He went to the bench, but he was the reason they lost. Okay.
11-yard gain by number 27. You know, you go back to last week's game, and Kyle Hamilton played more deep safety than he has all season long, and that's why he was back there, as you said, Joe, and Ardarius Washington coming in, and it really kind of stabilized things because they helped the Steelers out of the end zone, just gave up 6 field goals. But I agree that he's such a
2nd and 9.
around the football, and what he's able to do.
I legitimately feel checked out already because of the refs. Like, I could tell how this game's going to go, and I don't know how much care I can put on this. Nice run here. Good stop. 3rd down. Like, Ravens' problems are still here. They suck in pass coverage. They can't cover the middle of the field. They can't get off the field on 3rd down. It's kind of the same issues. And every time the offense makes a good play, it gets erased by the penalties. Whether it's a fair penalty or not, every time they make a good play, it gets erased by the penalties. So, like, what am I supposed to do? He wasn't the primary reason. The team's play style wasn't a good fit for Russ anyway. Bad coaching was also a reason. The lack of depth we had were other reasons. Yeah. So why'd you say Russ is the reason? You literally said Russ is the reason why we were trashed for 2 seasons. You could have said he was one of the reasons, but you said he's the reason. I don't think he's the reason. He was one of the reasons. They're not going to stop on 3rd down. Oh, look, he's got time. Herbert finds an open. Oh, he dropped it. Thank God Nate Wiggins knocked it out. That was a 1st down. He was wide open. He was wide open. Nate Wiggins knocks the ball out of his hands. 4th down, and the Chargers are going to have to punt. You see what happens when you don't throw to Brandon Stevens' direction? Look at Nate Wiggins actually making a play. Nate Wiggins saw a man open and said, let me come play this football. Get it out of your hands. See, this defense would be a whole lot better if we could just bench Brandon Stevens. I promise you. I don't know how long it's going to take for Tre'Davious White to be ready, but I promise you. What now? They're already throwing penalties. Oh, false start, of course. Don't feel bad, bro. My Texans having their own share of recurring issues themselves. Loyal, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't looking good for us. Ravens look like first-round exits. The way Houston's going, they look like first-round exits. It seems like the only way either one of our team is getting a playoff win in the wild card round is if we face each other. Things are starting to look bad for both teams. Injuries do play a role. We're not gonna. Another flag. See, how am I supposed to be engaged? Flag, 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 flag. I can't. I can't. Whether it's on us or not, flags just ruin everything. How do you get so? It's very difficult. Very difficult. It's very difficult.
I mean, a foul's a foul. Yeah, I mean, if it happens, they got to call it. There's no doubt.
Texans got the division locked up. The AFC South sucks.
The Ravens are the most penalized.
We'll see how the.
But they are the most penalized team in the league.
Foul. Number 2 of the return team for blocking an opponent out of bounds. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down, timeout.
Second possession coming up for the Ravens. Down by 7. Now a word from Google Pixel with Gemini.
Let me take a look here right now. There is we got 3:03 left to go in the first quarter. The Ravens have been penalized twice.
We can have a conversation about anything you like.
Anything? Can I ask you silly questions?
Tell something spicy without tasting it.
Have you tried smelling it?
The wrath of Achilles.
That's right.
Yes, I knew it.
Next question.
So it's like a treadmill for hot dogs?
Exactly. The hot dogs are getting all this exercise, but
I don't want to go.
Ravens are so bad. It's just penalties every single game with this team. Penalties. Same thing I said in my videos, man. First or second round exit at best for the Texans, knowing how inconsistent they are on both sides of the ball, especially in the second half. Yeah, it's not looking good for either one of our teams. Injuries play a role, but it's just execution on the field. Execution on the field is just... It's not there. Play calling's been inconsistent. Defensively, guys just aren't making plays. It's been bad for both Houston and Baltimore. It's just decision making. I think late game execution for both teams has not been prestige, and it's what's cost them in a lot of huge moments. Did you see what the Bears did in the final 30 seconds to send it to OT only to lose in overtime? Yeah, I saw that game.
Say hi, Gemini.
hi there.
If we play the Chiefs, literally every possession will be a flag against us. If we play the Chiefs, we're going to get 15 plus penalties. You can put money on it. If we play the Chiefs, we're getting 15 plus penalties. Everybody knows we're getting 15 plus penalties. We don't even have to pretend. If we play the Chiefs, we're getting 15 plus penalties. Coaching and game planning also play a role. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Progressive Insurance round out your protection with life.
All right, 1st and 10 here for the Ravens, who got backed up because of a personal foul penalty. You can't win when this is happening. I'm serious. Forget about just trolling all these people want to talk about, because anytime it comes to the Ravens, we just want to talk about Lamar Jackson. A football team can't win playing this undisciplined. There's so many issues with the Ravens. They feel like last year's Eagles in some cases. They're just a mess right now. Nobody wants to say it, but they're just a mess. They got all the talent in the world, but they're just a mess. Coaching's been poor. Execution's been poor. Questionable penalties. It's just been all these things that have accumulated to why the Ravens are where they are. 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line due to the penalty, even though they started at the 30 with the punt. Here we go, handing the ball off to Derrick Henry on 1st down. Derrick Henry picks up about 5 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Ravens. You cannot win consistently in the National Football League when you are constantly this undisciplined. The Ravens are undisciplined. The Ravens execute poorly. And some people have to start questioning the coaching. Because when this continues to happen with a football team, you have to start looking at the coaching. How many times are you going to accept this happening in games before you do something about it? 2nd and 5. Lamar fires. High. Looking at Flowers. Incomplete. 3rd down and 5.
I was talking last week watching Lamar. They had opportunities in that game early for some really big plays, and he was just a little bit off.
Lamar just off right now, overthrowing a wide open Zay Flowers. Wouldn't have been an easy catch because there was a defender there, but Lamar just overthrowing Zay Flowers because why not? Lamar is just unraveling and the team's unraveling. It's a perfect time for a collapse in the season, right? 3rd down and 5.
To get him in a better rhythm than where he's been.
Lamar takes a snap. He's got protection. Lamar going down the field. Penalty. No flag.
Deontay Johnson was the target, picked up at the trade deadline from Carolina. Tarheem Steele.
Can't even get invested in the game.
They got tangled up, and it's a 3-and-out. It's a great job by the rookie Tarheem Steele, just navigating the traffic and being able to keep up with Johnson.
Think the Bengals season's over? I don't know. I don't know.
Cam Hart, the other rookie.
I'm already checked out at this point. Ravens already looking like trash. Penalties. I'm already checked out. It's the first quarter and I'm already checked out. Hey, even though I know this is a first round exit team, I at least want to enjoy football these last 6 weeks. But I can't get any of that.
Inside the 20, made 2 guys miss. Now another. And spins out across the 35. Good.
Lamar overthrowing receivers.
62-yard punt. Chargers ball. Chargers lead.
Every time with this team, it's hard. It's hard because I want to enjoy football, but this is, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing sports don't really navigate my life the way it used to, like when I was younger. I don't know. Lamar overthrowing people. It's just the teams collapsing around themselves, and we're starting to watch. I think this might be the beginning of a collapse. I'm just, the bye week couldn't come sooner. The bye week couldn't come sooner. They need the bye week to address everything and reassess themselves because it's a mess. If we lose to the Chargers, I swear. But again, Ellie, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I do not know what to tell you. Win, lose, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. It's just the same thing with the Ravens. They keep talking about things they need to address, and then they come out here and play like this. It's the same thing. We got to be more consistent. We got to get off to a fast start. You're not practicing what you're preaching. You're not practicing what you're preaching. And that includes everybody. Lamar had Zay Flowers open, overthrew him. Can't pretend he doesn't play a role into it. Maybe they suck. You could keep saying that a 7-4 team can't just say they suck. We know teams that suck. The Giants suck. A 7-4 team is not a team that sucks. If you want to say they're average, fine. But to say they suck, they don't. A 7-4 team is not a team that you sit back and say they suck. We know the Giants suck. We know the Panthers suck. Ravens are not a team that you can sit back and say they suck. And at that point, you're giving an excuse for them. They have way too much talent, and the way they've played for much of this season does not replicate this being a team that sucks. If you want to say they're average, sure. I say they're a first-round exit. That's fair. But to say they suck, that's just an incorrect statement. Can't say that about a team, a 7-4 playoff team, a 7-4 team that's in the playoffs right now if the season was to end. Then what is it? They're average. Maybe a bit above average, but they're an average to above average football team. They have a high ceiling and an incredibly low floor. They're inconsistent. So their highest of highs, they are up there with the best. Their lowest of the lows, they're up there with the rest. They're an average to above average football team. That's what they are. But you can't say they're a team that sucks. What's the problem then? Multiple things. And I've spent the season talking about it. Apparently no one listens to me. Why am I even up here? We've talked about the defense. Execution from Brandon Stevens he's been horrible. Marcus Williams has been horrible. We've seen inconsistencies, poor coaching, poor decision making, undisciplined team with the penalties, inconsistencies with the offensive line, inconsistency with the play caller. I could go on and on. There's several problems with this team. All can be fixed and addressed, but we're not seeing it, which is why people are looking at the coaches. I don't know. I have to just keep repeating myself. I've spent a whole season explaining what's wrong with this team. We're in week 12 now. I don't want to have to repeat the same things I've repeated through, 3 months now. I've been saying this since September, and we're here saying it again in November. 2nd and 7. Herbert under center here as the Ravens continue to do nothing through the first quarter. Getting so tired of this. Herbert hands the ball off. Ravens defense tries to make a stop. They actually get to Dobbins. 3rd down here.
Talked about
EDC doing everything to fix the defense, but fires Zoe. I mean, there's just so much things wrong with this team. And the thing about it is, you're never going to be a perfect football team. That's fine. Kansas City has won 3 rings. In each one of those 3 rings they've gotten, they were never a perfect team. You don't have to be a perfect team, but you have to be able to make plays and execute in the big situations. That's what separates Kansas City from other teams. When they have to get, when you need those gimme plays, those plays they have to get, they get those plays. They hand it off on 3rd down, and there goes J.K. Dobbins.
First down inside the Baltimore 40 and a 17-yard carry.
Hard for me to just get mad. It's just the same thing with the Ravens every single week. It's just like, all right. Like, even if they lose this game, I wouldn't be surprised.
They got Malik Harrison here. This is where they start to miss Roquan.
Oh, is that Malik Harrison missing again? Oh, look at Malik Harrison. He's not even reading the gaps. He's not even reading the gaps. He's not even reading the gaps. Why is Malik Harrison even on the team? First quarter comes to an end here. Don't snap the ball. Please don't snap the ball. Thank you. First quarter comes to an end. What is Harrison doing? He stinks, bro. I don't even know why he's still on the team. We don't know why he's here. You gotta love professional sports. You can be bad at your job and still be able to have it be employed. You can be bad at your job and still be employed. That man is getting a game check for doing nothing. He's getting a game check for being terrible on the field. Well, at least he's better than David Ojabo. Ojabo's picking up checks and he's not even playing. Malik Harrison can't tackle, can't cover, can't read the gaps. I'm trying to figure out what he does on this team. That's why he was on the bench. He's just not good. Like, I don't want to speak. Like, these are professional players. There's always a level of respect. They got to the league, no matter how you look at it. I respect them as professional football players. No matter how much I say this guy sucks or stinks, I respect these guys as professional football players. Because to get to this stage is not easy. Do you know how rare it is to be able to get to the league? Do you know how difficult that is? So I respect what they're doing. But you have to understand, us as fans, we're not grading you compared to the average Joe or the guy that tried to make it but didn't get it. We're comparing you to your peers. And in comparison to your peers, you stink! I'm not comparing Malik Harrison to some 2-star high school player, some 2-star high school linebacker that's probably not even going to make it to a Division I team. I'm not comparing him to that. I'm comparing Malik Harrison to other linebackers in the NFL. And in comparison, he stinks. I'm not comparing Brandon Stevens to some corner that plays for some random school in Virginia. I'm comparing you to other NFL corners. And in comparison, he stinks. He's a professional football player. Give him credit. He makes millions of dollars. He worked hard to get here. But in comparisons to how you're doing again, in comparison to your peers, your peers are right here. You're right here. It's just, ugh. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So that's what they've been doing, filming a Hollywood movie promo, I guess. It's the same thing with the Ravens, so it's like so difficult for me to get so engaged with this football team because on a week-to-week basis, this team shows no signs of doing anything. People are now starting to ask questions. Is this team even going to make the playoffs? We have to really ask this question. I still think they'll make the playoffs. I just think they're a first-round exit. And you know what's the sad part about it? They did exactly this on Monday Night Football last time. Against the Bucs, they were down 10-0 because the offense did nothing and the defense was sticking up the joint. So they are doing the exact same thing they did last time they were on Monday Night Football. Like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Where are this? Herbert's going to carve this team up. Look at J.K. Dobbins getting all those yardages, man. Waited for this dry offense to wake up. I'm just waiting for this game to be over. Maybe we'll try again next week for entertainment, I guess. This is sort of a repeat of the 2022 season and many other seasons. It's hard to compare to the 2020. Well, 2022, we weren't as injured as 2021, so I guess it's fair. But it's just like, it's just dry, man. I don't know. We have some tough matchups coming up. Don't know if we make it to playoffs. We got Philadelphia next week. They're not stopping Saquon Barkley, by the way. It's just the same with this team every week, man. They're definitely a one-and-done team. They can't play complementary football. They can't play consistent complementary football. This is not a team that plays 4 quarters, offensively or defensively. They're so inconsistent as a football team, you cannot put your hopes on them on a week-to-week basis that they just show up and play to their talent. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get. It's just that type of day. The Ravens average giving up 78 rushing yards a game. They've given up 65 already. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'm not even shocked. I'm not surprised. It's classic Ravens football. They might have stopped Gus Edwards. He's short, but I'd go for it on 4th down. This Ravens team looks soft. Like I called them last week, they're paper tigers, man. And when you're looking at a paper tiger, you understand that if you bully them, they'll back off. They might be paper tigers, man. They might be paper tigers. Well, no, they are paper tigers. You saw what they did against Pittsburgh. The Chargers are not the toughest or the most physical team to face off against. But they're paper tigers. They're paper tigers.
They're 4 for 6 on this down this season. They got the fullback.
4th and 1, they're probably going to...
Here's Edwards, right.
Got it.
He gets it.
Greg Roman's going to give it his best tonight. He's just going to run it on this defense. No Roquan Smith. Going to run it on this defense, and they're going to get smoked. Sad part is Roquan Smith probably makes that tackle on 4th down. But the team's so damn soft. They lose one player. They can't do anything.
And then goes in motion and helps out. And, we talk about how this game's the hard.
See, this is what the team does to you. And the problem is, when the team does this to you, and then you speak up on this and be honest, now you're seen as a negative fan. I'm being pessimistic. I'm seen as a negative fan. Come on, have more faith in your team. Look at the product they're putting on the field. For the talent this team has, look at the product they're putting on the field. How am I supposed to respond to the product they're putting on the field? Like, come on, man. Y'all want me to sit here and be optimistic and be happy after years of them doing this? Come on, man. Like, let's be honest. Every time you're honest about your football team, it comes off as you being a negative fan because you're being pessimistic and pointing out the issues. Look at the product they're putting on the field. For an offense that has Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, for them to look poor to start off the game, like, come on. The names on the defense alone, you shouldn't look this soft. But when you point this out, you're a pessimistic fan. You're a negative fan. One-on-one. At least Wiggins is showing up to play, I guess. Seriously, Brandon Stevens should I'd rather just put in Tre'Davious White. Well, at least you got... The problem is, the thing that gets me, the issue that hurts me so much is that you literally... And Palmer's wide open, by the way, which I'm pretty sure that might have been Brandon Stevens, man, but whatever. The problem is you got some legit ballers on this team. You've got some legit ballers on the team. But you got ballers on this team and you got soft players. And quarterbacks are smart enough to target the soft players. And when they target the baller players make plays. 3rd and 7, here we go. He's going to check it down. Whoa. Dobbins did not turn around to locate the football. 4th down here, they'll kick a field goal.
On top of it, it's 4th down, and this decision is easy as Cameron Dicker will come on and attempt a field goal.
Dobbins, he took a little bit too long to turn around. Not to mention, I don't think Herbert threw him the best of footballs there. Here comes the field goal. Just like last time on Monday Night Football, they were down 10 against the Bucs. They're down 10 against tonight. Unless he shanks this kick. I don't know. Sunday we saw a lot of missed kicks. Washington. No, he got it. 10-0 game early on in the second quarter. 11:26 left to go. Offense has done a whole bunch of nothing. Defense has done nothing but give up points on 2 or 3 possessions. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. You just look at this and you gotta laugh sometimes. Like, this is the football team. And getting mad isn't going to change anything because this is who they are. Once you accept the reality that of your team and understand that this is who they are, you just got to sit back and just laugh. You've got to sit back and laugh. Ja Morant showcasing. He still got it. How much point? Let me see what Ja Morant's doing tonight. I know the NBA product is just falling apart and it's on a down low. But let me see what's happening. Hornets up 62-60. Let me see what LaMelo's doing. LaMelo with 29. It's 12 more minutes in the fourth quarter. LaMelo might drop a 40 ball tonight. He had 50 points the other day. LaMelo is emerging as a superstar. Pelicans and Pacers tied. That's embarrassing. Trey Murphy with 24. Halliburton with 24 as well. 16 for Miles Turner. I don't think Siakam wins. Okay. Raptors and Pistons. Scotty Barnes with 22 points as the leading scorer of both games because Ivy's got 19. It's kind of crazy. Mavericks. Hawks are up 70. They're up 11 against the Mavericks. Luka's not playing tonight. Huh. Kyrie with 10 points. Najee with 14 and Hardy with 15. So I don't know what Kyrie's doing. Meanwhile, Trey's got 13. It's a team effort here. 13 for him. Jalen's got 15. Team effort all around. The Celtics are just smoking the Clippers because the Clippers are garbage and it doesn't matter. Kawhi or not, they were going to lose this game. Zubac with 23 and no one else doing anything. Harden's got 10 points. What is he there for? Yeah, it's an even team. Brown 15, Tatum 16, White 14, Pritchard with 12, and Porzingis who came back with 10. Blazers and Grizzlies. Grizzlies up 9. No, I mean Grant and yeah, Grant's just with 9 points. Not much really there. Jaren Jackson with 6. Ja Morant's got 12. That's what I was looking for. And then what else is happening? We still got Knicks and Nuggets tonight. Nets and Warriors and Thunder and Kings. The only game that matters is Knicks and Nuggets. The rest of these games stink. Good Lord. Did the Chargers get on 4th and 1? Yeah, they got it on 4th and 1. It's week 12. If they haven't shored up any of their mistakes, then they most likely won't be late in the season. Pretty much is what it is. Hopefully they gave up on Harrison. Nothing you can do. He's just going to have to be out there.
We'll keep an eye on that. And also, something to watch with Joey Bosa. He's been working on his right hand.
First down here for the Ravens. I mean, can we get some consistency offensively? Can you look to do something here? I don't even know what to say. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Lamar 1 of 4 passing, 2 yards and 5 rushing yards. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. You want to do something today, or you want to keep sleeping through the game?
And he hasn't had to play much because Baltimore's only had 8 offensive snaps here in this first half. So this is a big drive.
I'm gonna toss this to Derrick Henry on 1st down. Derrick Henry gets open. Derrick Henry picks up the 1st down. Derrick Henry breaking tackles. Derrick Henry getting up to midfield.
Exactly what the Ravens needed as Derrick gets 19 yards to start this possession.
Gotta do something on this drive. Good block here by Patrick Ricard. Nice block by Patrick Ricard. Opened up a gigantic hole for Derrick Henry to just run through.
And that's when it becomes the challenge. Once he gets going with a head of steam, you don't want to be one of these guys in the secondary trying to make a play.
1st and 10 here for the Ravens. Lamar under center again. Probably going to do some play action here potentially. Nope, they're going to hand it back to Derrick Henry. And Henry once again is going to pick up another 1st down and more. 2 huge runs by Derrick Henry. If the Ravens would just stick to an identity, run the ball with Henry, initiate the play-action passing game with Derrick Henry, stick to an identity and work with it. But they never want to stick to an identity. Then all of a sudden they're down multiple points, and now we want to start sticking to an identity. It's just so frustrating watching this team on a week-to-week basis. Like, look at Detroit. Detroit's not going to win every game, but Detroit at least sticks to their identity, which is why you see offensively. They know what they're doing. Just stick to an identity. Now they're going to give it to Justice Hill, as if Justice Hill is going to do anything against this defense. And he trips, by the way, as I say that. I wonder who's getting Cam Ward next year. My guess is Raiders or Giants. Whoever gets Shador Shador is probably going to be the first quarterback off the board. Do the Giants have the #1 pick? If they do, it's probably, I could see Shador going to the Giants if that whole thing comes together. I don't know.
Yeah, both guys have been in that MVP conversation in 2024. 2nd and 5. Mentioned Scott Madden.
2nd and 5 here. Lamar's going to take it under center. This would be good time to probably initiate some play action here because I don't like Derrick Henry not being in the game. Play action. Lamar goes deep. Has a man. Bateman can't hold on. But there should have been some sort of foul. It was in the hands of Bateman, bro. Oh, Jaguars on the first pick? I can't even be mad at Bateman for not holding on to the football there. But, dog, that was a perfect throw by Lamar. It's in your hands. You've got to hold on. Dog.
One, if Bateman stays on the rail on the outside, but he also then had Flowers coming underneath that.
3rd and 5. Not the easiest of catches, though, so I get it. 3rd and 5. Lamar drops back. No one's there. Lamar breaks contain. Lamar fires. Andrews catches it. 1st down. Please tell me he held on to that. Caught it. 1st down, Ravens. They're going to review this. They're going to end up reviewing this. They're going to review this.
It sure is. I'm not sure he had it. What do you think?
That's incomplete.
That's very close. I don't think it's clearly incomplete. So
I don't think they're going to challenge it, but that looks incomplete to me because it seems like there's a little bit of movement. But Jim's not going to waste his challenge this year. 1st and 10. Ravens hands it to Henry. Henry breaks through. Henry 1st and goal, Ravens. You notice how the Ravens are able to easily move the football when they're not committing penalties?
And just get everybody moving in this direction and then let him pick his crease.
Just give it. It's 1st and goal. Give the ball to Derrick Henry. Let's see if he can get in the end zone. We don't need to be fancy here at the goal line, please. Sometimes simple football is the best football. The simpler you can keep the football at times, the better you're going to be able to execute at times. Literally, just find a way. Just give the ball to Henry. They might run some play action here. No. Oh, look at the flag already. As Derrick Henry walks into the end zone, penalty, it's coming back for holding. Illegal formation. Woo! Illegal formation. It never ends with this team. The endless cycle of clownery that is this Ravens team this year. What is the franchise record for penalties in the season? I would love to know the franchise record for penalties in the season for the Ravens, because I think they may break it this year. This is an amazing amount of penalties. This is an amazing amount of penalties. Look at this weird formation. I don't know what they're about to run here. You got Likely right next to Lamar. They're giving it to Lamar. Lamar gets the edge, and Lamar takes it in for the touchdown. So Lamar takes it in for the touchdown the same way, well, he got touched at the end, but the same way, Justin Herbert went in for a touchdown.
That is rushing touchdown number 3 on the year for Lamar Jackson. It took him 10 yards, and it was a typical number 8 run. Well, this is why the Baltimore Ravens are the number 1 red zone offense, because they have Lamar Jackson, and he's the biggest red zone weapon that you're able to.
They are the number 1 red zone offense. Unfortunately, a lot of times they don't get to the damn red zone because they're doing dumb things. Scored a touchdown there.
Ravens with 59 rush yards on that drive.
Extra point is up and it's good. 10-7 game with 7:48 left to go in the first half. Chargers getting ready to get the football. If the Ravens can only be more consistent, we could have more faith in them. But they can't, unfortunately.
Hey, with two brothers going head-to-head tonight, it reminds me of all the times. Yeah, like when you shoved me harder than necessary in 3 attacks. I felt it was necessary. Okay, never mind. Look, let's just enjoy this exclusive look at Mufasa the Lion King.
Before they became legends.
I have a secret. What's the secret?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish Bateman would have held on to that football. It's not an easy catch there. Lamar put it right where it needed to be, and it wouldn't have been an easy catch, but that would have helped Bateman's stock to see him make a catch in that level of traffic. Raiders currently hold the record for most penalties in the season of 163. Okay, I appreciate that. I don't know if the Ravens are gonna beat that, but I don't know I gotta look at the. I might have to see if I can find it. What is? I want to know the most penalties the Ravens have had in the season.
So just to be clear, we're not in this story.
There's a lot of stories with all of us. Tell one of those. Tickets on sale now. In theaters December 20th. Rated PG. Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's?
Let's see.
Choose 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5. That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
I haven't achieved all my ambitions. They've always been about more than just football. Even as a kid, I wanted to get my money right. I have the financial freedom to support the next generation of athletes.
Okay, this might actually work.
Supported me. I joined
Let's
SoFi
see.
to help younger consumers earn more money, save more money, borrow better, and invest for their ambitions. Join a generational player. SoFi. Get your money right.
The Ravens average 8.4 penalties a game. That doesn't tell me the most penalties
Let's say
they've had.
you want to build your own parlay, okay? ESPN Bet now has profit boosts that you can use to increase your winnings. If I parlay this money line with these points and total yards, that is boosted.
You want me to boost your latte?
Boosted, baby.
Boosting. Enjoy your boost.
Sign up for ESPN Bet to receive your welcome bonus and your first 30 days of ESPN Plus on us.
On this cool evening in Inglewood, California, tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by
Okay, let me see. So I got a list here from 2000. Okay, whoa. Let's see. 2009, they had 125 penalties. 2012. That's crazy. No. You're telling me in 2012 we committed 145 penalties? How did we win the Super Bowl that year? How did we win the Super Bowl that year? In 2012, the most, okay, at least between 2009 to now, the most penalties the Ravens have had in the season was 2012. They had 145 penalties for 1,335 penalty yards. That's the most for both yards and total penalties the Ravens have had. They're going to have 5 games. They average 8 penalties. 8 penalties in 5 games. They're at 92 plus 4. They okay, depending on how this game goes and the rest of the games, they might have a shot. Ravens get a good stop on first down here. A quick check down. I got to see, man.
All of these ties with the now LA Chargers, with the then Baltimore Ravens, whether you see the coaching staff, even their general manager's done a great job. Joe Ortiz.
Look at this coaching staff and former players. They've got way too many former Ravens on this team. They just took everything from us and just put it on the Chargers and said, "Hey, let's get John's brother Jim and have him do it. Let him be the coach." There's so many former Ravens on this team, from the coaches to the players. That's crazy. Herbert fires, caught, first down. I really want to know. So, I mean, entering in 11 games, they have 92. How many penalties do they have so far in this game? The Ravens so far have... The Ravens right now have 3 penalties. So the Ravens have 3 penalties right now. Ravens have 3 penalties right now, okay? They may end up finishing the game with about 8 or 9. I'm trying to think how much they would have to average. They could end up getting more than 145 penalties this season, because I don't see a stop. Good stop here on first down. Ravens might break one record. That's nasty. The run game is working like all season. They need to stick with it. Yeah, you know, if you stick to an identity, you probably would be in a better position, but the Ravens don't want to stick to an identity.
Between 2 quarterbacks with 4 interceptions between them. And you talk about the precision of Herbert. He's thrown for 13 touchdowns.
How you feel about next week's game going against Philadelphia? That could easily be a loss. I came into the season saying we'd have 5 losses. I said Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and either Buffalo, Philadelphia, or the Texans. We beat Buffalo. Philly might be that 5th loss. So I could easily see us losing to Philadelphia, because I don't know. How did you miss him? How did Matabike miss him? Matabike, you're right in front of You're right. How did Matabike just miss Justin Herbert? That's hilarious. How did Matabike miss Justin Herbert? That should have been a sack, and he just missed him. Sometimes the pass rush shows up, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, next game is going to be next game, man. Next game is going to be next game. I don't know what to tell you. They probably going to... I don't know how they're going to deal with Philly's offensive line. 3rd and 1. They make a stop here. And the flag flies, and it's going to be probably on the Ravens. They're going to call a face mask. Penalty number 4 for the Ravens. What? They're going to call a hold on the offense? I'm surprised. I could have sworn I saw a face mask. Let me see. Not the hold. If you go back on the play, I could have sworn there was a face mask. I could have sworn that's a hold. There should have been offset penalties. That looks... You know what? Never mind. He came close to the face mask. He didn't touch it. So never mind. A holding call was the right play. Unfortunately, I don't like a holding call to make it a 3rd and 11 because I don't trust this Ravens team in pass coverage. Watch them pick up the 1st down. Can somebody make a stop here and get the ball back to the offense, please? Please and thank you. Herbert is so comfortable. But at least they made the stop. It's like 3 yards short. So let's see if they're going to punt this or they're going to go for it. They're going to punt it. Herbert's getting off the field. They're going to punt it. Funny how Daniel Jones, the only NFC quarterback to beat Lamar Jackson, not someone like Aaron Rodgers, Bucks TV. You know, people keep bringing up Daniel Jones beating Lamar Jackson, but again, this is why I say we always sit back and say we're starting to treat. It's probably been happening like the last 5-7 years. We're treating the quarterback, but they're gonna go for this? No, never mind. They're gonna punt it. We're treating the NFL like the NBA, whereas we just talk about the quarterbacks as if they're the ones that, like, this quarterback beat this team. And it's like, no, the team beat the team. And it's just like we have to make sure we specify this. Go back and look at the Giants game. Daniel Jones is not the reason we lost. Saquon offensively was a huge part of why we lost. But you know the main reason why we lost? Because we had a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter. The main reason we lost is because of the defense. Who was a defensive coordinator for them at that time? Oh, it was our former defensive coordinator in Wink Martindale, who knows Greg Roman's offense up and down because he had to go up against that offense in practice for 2 years. So having our former defensive coordinator definitely plays a role in us losing that game because he already knows how our offense operates because they were predictable with Greg Roman. So the defense and Saquon are the reason they won. But because we live in the era where we just give the quarterback all the blame and credit, everyone just says Daniel Jones is the only quarterback to beat Lamar. When it's like, no, it's the Giants are the only team to beat the Ravens with Lamar as a starter. And it's because of what they did defensively and what Saquon did in the 4th quarter specifically. But we just give it to Daniel Jones because we live in an era where we just give the quarterback all the credit and all the blame. That's why I hate discourse today. It's like NFL discourse. They saw what NBA discourse was doing and said, we could do that. We could totally do that. I mean, our game's not structured like their game. It makes sense to do it more towards that because the NBA is more of a players' league. The NFL is not a players' league. But because they see, NFL fans and NFL media sees what's happening with NBA discourse, they're like, let's do that. Why would we sit back and talk about teams when we could focus on quarterbacks? In the NBA, they don't talk about teams. When you talk about the Lakers, you talk about LeBron or you talk about an AD. When you talk about the Warriors, you talk about Steph Curry. When you talk about the Mavericks, you're talking about Luka or Kyrie. When you talk about the Celtics, it's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We don't talk about teams anymore. We talk about players. NFL discourse saw that and said, let's do the same thing. Let's not talk about the teams. Let's talk about the quarterbacks. And that's where NFL discourse is right now. Even though you don't have a sport that fits with that. I don't know why they followed in the lead of NBA discourse. NBA discourse is toxic. Why would you follow in that aspect? You're just making it seem like it's more about the quarterback and less about the team. And of course, the quarterback's the most important position on the team. Without a good quarterback, you can't do anything. But it's still a team game. You can't win if everybody's not doing their job. So why is it that we just give all the credit to the quarterback and all the criticism to the quarterback? Because he plays the most important position? Why not talk about the team? Next week, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles. If the Eagles win, I'm not going to say Jalen Hurts beat Lamar Jackson. He's the 2nd quarterback to beat Lamar Jackson. I'm going to say no. The Philadelphia Eagles took down the Ravens. And if you want to say the Eagles are the 2nd team to beat the Ravens with Lamar as a starter, by all means. But I'm not going to be like, Jalen Hurts is the 2nd quarterback to beat this. It's not a quarterback versus quarterback thing. It's a team versus team thing. First and 10 for the Ravens. Lamar under center here.
To get Lamar Jackson going, he's just 2 for 6 for 18.
Gonna hand the ball to Derrick Henry. Henry gonna push forward. Gonna pick up about 5 yards here. Honestly, you can see the Eagles being Lamar's second loss to the NFC team. Eagles ain't no joke. I mean, they're one of the 5 potential losses I've had this year. We beat Buffalo, so we can cross that out the list. I believe we should be able to beat Houston. So that means Philly's gonna be that 5th loss for the Ravens this year. And it wouldn't surprise me. They're on my list for potential losses this year. The only one that surprised me was the Raiders loss, which shows that we haven't learned anything. And we have not changed from previous years. But in that, the Cleveland loss was predictable, the Kansas City loss was predictable, the Pittsburgh loss was predictable. Nothing has shocked me from how the Ravens have played this season. It's been predictable through and through. Hand it to Henry again. Henry up the gut. It's going to be 1 yard short. Honestly, I'm just going to run the ball 3 times and pick up the first down. If they can stop Derrick Henry 3 straight times, they can stop Derrick Henry 3 straight times. But I'm going to give my bell cow the ball. He's got 66-yard rushing tonight. Feed him the ball. We don't need to do nothing stupid or crazy on 3rd and 1. Line up under center, give Derrick Henry the ball, and let's go pick up the first down. Please, 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 don't be dumb here. Just hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, and let's go pick up the first down. Oh my God, they handed the ball to Derrick Henry, and they didn't pick up the first down. That's just a good stop defensively. You live with that. That's a good stop defensively. You live with that. I'm not mad. That's a good stop defensively. You live with that. But there's no reason to do anything. Oh, they're going to go for this? No way they're going for this. They're faking. They're not going for this. I will be so pissed if Harbaugh went for this. John's not stupid. John's not stupid. He's not going for it. No one's falling for this, Lamar. Head back to the bench. Ain't nobody falling for this. Ain't nobody falling for that. Eagles have Hurts, Barkley, Brown, and Smith. That's going to be miserable for our defense. Yeah, they're going to get cooked, so it is what it is. And everybody in the stadium knew y'all weren't going to go for the on 4th down. You would have shocked people if you would have. So Ravens about to punt the football back to the Chargers with 2 minutes left. Doubt the defense is going to do much here, but we'll see. Lamar has 18 passing yards in the first half. That's hilarious.
In football, there's no one way to approach the game. There's conventional and there's unpredictable. There's being seen and then there's being heard. And for some, there's a bit of both. Everyone sees the game a bit different, but in this game, there's room for all of it. Oakley is empowering current superstars, future game changers, and cultural trailblazers to elevate their game and move the game forward.
DC sports fans, Monumental Plus is your home for live district sports. Stream live Capitals, Wizards, and Mystics games on any device. Watch exclusive original content and enjoy the all-new multi-view experience so you can see the games from every
Wow, they've been clowning Malik Harrison on Twitter.
On tickets and merch and access to once-in-a-lifetime Monumental Plus experiences. Go to monumentalplus.com or download the app to get started.
Let's just get to halftime. Ravens have another horrible first half of offense doing virtually nothing. You got the touchdown, so that's cool.
Are you ready to enjoy the excitement of Wizards basketball with your whole family?
Henry got us that touchdown. He's been absolutely bad missing wide open receivers. Yeah, he's missed 2 throws. Lamar's, because he's only thrown 6 passes. He's missed 2 throws. Let's see. He's missed 2 throws. So he missed the one to Flowers for the first down, and I cannot remember the other one he missed. So he's missed 2 so far. Oh my God, he's gonna go for it. Are you serious? They got the first down, but why would you go for it? They got the first down, but I don't agree with the decision. I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, oh yeah, if he gets it, he's a genius. If he doesn't get it, it's stupid. I don't agree with going for the 4th and down at your own 16. It's a good thing you got it. It's a good thing you got it, but I don't agree with that play call. That's too much of a risk to take in this situation.
Jackson is down. And that's Tui Pelotu making the play in a loss.
I don't agree with that decision. Congratulations on getting the... J.K. Dobbins is heading to the locker room. I hope he's okay. Congrats on picking up the first down, but that's too dangerous of a risk. And let me see this. Let me check this out. Came very close to getting that man's face mask. I don't know if he got it. Lamar to Hill. Hill picks up about 10. 3rd down and 2 coming up here. Ravens just didn't want to give the Chargers the ball back. But I don't agree with the aspect of going for it on 4th down. Ravens have all 3 timeouts and is just letting the clock run. Lamar to Flowers. Flowers cutting it up. Flowers. Got to get out of bounds. Getting up to near midfield. 37 seconds left. Now you can work for a field goal. What's the most pass yards Lamar has in a single season? First, in total, are you talking about for a full season? The most pass yards he's had in the full season? That would have to be last year when he had 3,600. I would have to see. It was 36 something. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. Up to near midfield here. 37 seconds left trying to work with this. That'd be last year when he threw... Actually, no. Let me see. Yeah, last year when he threw 3,678. So 36-78 last year. Lamar fires. Just misses a wide open Zay Flowers. But there's a flag on the play. Did he pull Zay Flowers? Even if he pulls Zay Flowers, Lamar is overthrowing receivers right now. Pass interference, but Lamar just overthrew Zay Flowers. You know, I don't know. See, this is where things become problematic. I don't know what the route is because he just interrupted the route. So I don't understand. I'm thinking overthrow, but then Bateman's route completely got interrupted. I don't know if it's an overthrow or not. I'm still going to say overthrow. Lamar taking a shot down the field. He's got Bateman. Touchdown! Touchdown! Bateman made the catch. Holy crap. And it's going to be pass interference. Bateman, if you would have done that earlier, it would have been fine. Lamar connects on the deep ball to Bateman, and the Ravens are going to take the lead before halftime. It's going to be pass interference. Lamar's been trying to get that to Bateman all game, and Bateman finally held on to one. Finally, you get something good happening. Ravens take the lead before halftime. Colbert playing good. That's actually good defense. I think the last second he turns the wrong way to locate the ball. He looks like he turns right. He should have turned left. He turned the wrong way to locate the ball. Ravens. Now, I wouldn't say that's bad coverage. I just think the corner just looked the wrong way. The corner was right there. He just looked the wrong way. I don't know why he looked right. Bateman's right here. He looked right here. I don't know why he did that. That was perfect coverage, but he looked the wrong way. Why did he look the wrong way? Look towards... I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. That's just... It was great coverage, but it was a bad decision to look this way. If he looks the other way, he has a chance to try to get his hand in there to knock it out. But because he looked this way, he's not even locating the ball. I don't know if he thought the ball was coming inside or not, but Bateman's playing the outside. Why would you... I don't know what he was doing. Either way, Ravens connect on a touchdown there. Ravens take the lead with 24 seconds left. And they're going to head into halftime with that lead. And most likely, if the defense doesn't screw up. That's Lamar Jackson's 19th straight game with a passing touchdown. That's the team's longest streak. So franchise longest streak, 19 games with a touchdown pass.
42 Rashad Bateman, and all of a sudden the Ravens are on top. Well, a tip of the hat to John Harbaugh going for it on 4th down. I'm in disbelief that he did it, and he's done a lot.
I'm surprised they went for it on 4th down. You got a touchdown out of it, so you can't be mad, but I don't think that was the best decision. That's an interception with any good quarterback. It depends if he gets his hand on that. I don't know. See, we've seen plenty of touchdowns happen in these situations. We've seen plenty of touchdowns. I've seen Aaron Rodgers have 5 touchdowns where the defender should have made a play on it. So, that's a situation where it could go either way. I don't know if he gets the pick, but he certainly has an opportunity to bat that ball down. I just don't know why he looks there. Even the best quarterbacks don't always get that pick. They most likely at least be able to bat it down. So I just don't know why he looked the wrong way, but... You know, the corner he had perfect coverage. He looked the wrong way. It is what it is. Ravens going to call a timeout here because it looks like the Chargers may want to try to get something before halftime.
You've heard me say it, Joe, many times. Mike McCarthy's a hell of a football coach. 24 seconds left. And we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Well, it took a little bit of time, but the Ravens heat up, and Lamar Jackson, he has the touchdown run, and he has that 40-yarder for the touchdown. Yeah, and Jim Harbaugh on the other side of it, he wasn't trying to preserve any.
Is it me or is Alex Sarr a contender for one of the worst rookies of all time? The Wizards can't draft players, so I would not be surprised if he's in contender for that. I mean, the best players they've drafted in recent history, or at least in this century, has been Gilbert Arenas. Actually, let me. I mean, other than John Wall and Bradley, I'm pretty sure Gilbert Arenas, John Wall, and Bradley Beal. I want to see what else they've drafted that I can put up. Herbert's going to get all the time in the world to get all the space to try to do something.
With 17 seconds left, what's going on down there with J.K. Dobbins, Laura?
Well, Joe, we showed you Dobbins going into the...
Actually, wait, no, he wasn't drafted by that. I'm trying to think of bets. I'm going to look at the Wizards draft picks.
And bandaged his left knee. He was trying to run down here on the sideline. He looked like he wanted to go back in.
I actually want to take a look at the Wizards draft picks in recent history. Because I want to look at their draft picks in this century. Because I know, I'm sorry, Gilbert was drafted by Orlando. Let's see. Okay, oh God, I forgot they drafted Kwame Brown. Now Herbert's going to take a deep shot. And he just overthrows Palmer. So let's see. 2000, Mike Smith. Kwame Brown in 01. Oh my God, just awful. Just awful. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Are you kidding me?
Throwing the deep ball to Justin Herbert, so he hasn't missed many of those, but that was a missed opportunity. Now 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2, 11 seconds left. Herbert fires. Caught. They're going to have a chance for a field goal here if they can play this right. They got 7 seconds left. Yeah, I'm looking at this. It's a whole bunch. I mean, Nick Young. But there's a whole bunch of nothing. JaVale McGee. Oh, my God. The Wizards can't draft at all. I don't think they draft anybody, like, good until John Wall.
That means getting it to the 41-yard line. They're one completion away from that with time.
The only good players they really drafted was Wall and Beal. Oh, my Lord. 7 seconds left. They have a timeout. They just need to get into position. Also, the Ravens defense got to make some sort of stop, I guess. Yeah, the Warriors draft. Yeah. They may be getting a lot of targets lately. Yeah, because they're trying to get that connection going, and they're seeing what happens when you do get that connection going.
Opportunity for the Chargers to get into field goal range for Cameron Dicker. His head coach calls him the Beast.
Good Lord, man.
There have been times where
really thinking about this. Just good Lord.
Yeah, he has, and it's been a good fit for the two of those guys. When talking with Jim Harbaugh, he said being around Justin Herbert is being around greatness every day. There's definitely a love affair going on there. And I think Justin's kind of accepted it a little more. I believe you're right. He's been through a number of head coaches.
7 seconds left here. Can they get into field goal range? You need a good 10 to 15 yards. And they got it. This defense. Oh, this defense is funny.
That is big time by everybody.
24 seconds left.
Situation, 7 seconds
24 seconds left, and they can't make a stop. You let them get into field goal range with 24 seconds left. God bless the Ravens. And Malik Harrison just standing around doing nothing. The ball goes right over his head. Two guys have a chance to make us to just bat that ball down. Neither one can.
The Chargers coming away with some points of their own.
24 seconds left. 24 seconds left.
17-yard completion at Joshua Palmer.
24 seconds left.
Those are the career numbers for Dicker. 50 plus.
52-yard field goal. And they're going to call their final timeout to try to ice the kicker. 24 seconds left, and you can't make a stop. The only good draft besides being Wall was Ben Wallace, who we didn't know how to coach. That is true. I'm looking right here at the... Oh, my God. I had it open, and I think I kind of just went backwards. Let me check this again.
He's got to tell him. He's got to remind everybody exactly what's before him and the time on the clock, and let them know. Catch it, get to the ground, call timeout.
They almost got a touchdown on that, too, because there was a man wide open, and Herbert just overthrew him. Yeah, because we drafted 52-yard field goal before halftime. Kick is up. It is good. 14-13 game heading into halftime because the Ravens defense is incompetent. That's going to be halftime, folks.
A one-point game. Ravens get the ball to start the second half. Living up to its billing. Stay tuned. The All-State halftime comes your way next.
No, we didn't draft Ben Wallace. He went undrafted, but they still did get him. Anyway, guys, it's halftime. I got to go do some things. Ravens up 14-13. They do get the football coming out of halftime, but the defense giving up a field goal before halftime is just embarrassing. But what can you do? The Ravens defense is the Ravens defense. It is what it is. Anyway, halftime is here, and yeah, I will see you guys in the second half while I go take care of business. Until then. Second half football here. Ravens get the ball coming out of half. You know how your defense plays, so the best way you can set yourself up is to come out swinging, score a touchdown, and make it an 8-point game. Offensively, you've got to set the tone in the second half, and then you got to hope your defense follows suit. But knowing the Ravens, good luck with that.
That was really good, and those 3 points that the Chargers were able to come away with before the half, that was big time, especially considering what Baltimore was able to do and the fact they start this half with the football.
Keaton Mitchell will take a knee. The ball will come out to the 30.
First and 10 for the Ravens.
Who went for it with a ball inside their own 17 with Andrews for the
That was a crazy decision on 4th down. I didn't agree with the call, but at the end of the day, if you're going to take a risk, take a risk. I'm not mad at it, but I didn't agree with it. Hey, it worked out, though. So, good for them. Good for Harbaugh. He took a risk, took a gamble, and it worked out. Can't be mad at that. I didn't agree with the play calling, but at the end of the day, if you're willing to take that risk and be aggressive, hey, we'll follow suit. They didn't feel comfortable going in that, giving the ball back with 2 minutes left, so they went for it. And it worked out. And they ended up getting a touchdown drive. First and 10 here for the Ravens at their own 30-yard line. Start of the third quarter here. Lamar hands it to Derrick Henry. Henry tries to bounce to his outside, but gets tackled right there. Picks up about 2 yards. Second down coming up here for the Ravens.
About the decision to go for it on 4th and 1 inside his own 20, and he looked at me and said, "Where were we exactly?" It felt like we were pretty far back. Were we at the 10? I said, "No, John, you were at the 16." He just looked at me and said, "Well, I just felt like we could make it. No guts, no glory, right?"
Yeah, man wants to be aggressive because he's playing against his brother. Where's that against Andy Reid? Well, actually, no, he still has that. It's just poorly executed. 2nd and 7. Quick throw here to Justice Hill. And you get a whole bunch of nothing because there was no blocks on that play. If you're going to run a screen, can you get some blocks? Some of these play calls, it's all about execution. I don't mind a screen, but golly, are you going to block for the dude? Where's the blocks? Where is the blocking? Andrews has to make that block there, and he doesn't. Andrews has to make the block. He doesn't make the block. And it's just like, guys got to block here. 3rd and 9 here. If they don't convert, that's a 3 and out. The Chargers get the ball with a chance to take the lead. Lamar takes the snap. Lamar, pressure's coming. Dumps it to Andrews. Andrews picks up the 1st down. Ravens going to move the chains.
And a catch and run of 11.
Well, they got Andrews right here, and he kind of helps out. The Chargers rush 5, and you think he's going to stay in.
Almost got Lamar on that one. He just flips it to Andrews. Andrews keeps his feet and takes it a couple yards forward for the 1st down. Ravens stay on the field and move the chains. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens at their own 42-yard line. Lamar under center, going to hand it off to Derrick Henry. Henry looking for a hole, is going to pick up about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Ravens.
2-point loss at Pittsburgh last week.
Thank you for reminding me of last week. I mean, we've already moved on. I really moved on for that loss. I just realized I didn't watch any Ravens video. No Ravens video, no Ravens post on social media for the most part. Maybe a few things I saw here and there, but I was really out on the Ravens the whole week, just vibing. I didn't even it didn't hit me until 3 p.m. today that, yeah, we play tonight. Crazy. 2nd and 7, hand that right back to Derrick Henry, and no blocks. No blocks. Offensive line's getting bullied. Gotta love it. Even when you're doing the right thing and handing the ball off, the offensive line is getting bullied. 3rd down again. And it's going to be 3rd and long because I'm pretty sure he lost 2 yards here. Look at this. No blocking. No offensive line getting bullied. Offensive line getting bullied. Can't do anything if you're giving the ball to Derrick Henry and 2 defenders are on him 2 yards. You actually lost 3 yards. So now it's a 3rd and 10 here. Good luck converting this. 3rd down and 10. They look like they're going to send 5. They are sending 5. Lamar is going to roll to his right. Fires downfield. Caught. Flowers. 1st down. I almost said touchdown. 1st down. Lamar finds Zay Flowers. They pick up the 1st down. toe tapping it for the first down. Flowers saves the day. Flowers makes a play. My God. You would think I'm pessimistic. Bro, you are pessimistic about everything Lamar does. You don't give him credit. You know Lamar has to buy time for a player to get open. Man just says Flowers saves the day. Somebody's got to buy time. You are pessimistic more than me. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying people get on my case. Then again, I'm the content creator. You know, you're just a commentator. No one really going to get on your case for that. I get lots of flack if I say anything about this Ravens team. Lamar, looking downfield, floats it. Nearly picked off. Lamar, just take off there. I'm not going to lie. You had the lane. Just take off. Dropping. I'm not going to lie. You are very pessimistic about Lamar Jackson. I don't think you said anything positive about him in either one of my streams. But yeah, Lamar, just take off there. Lamar, just take off. Like all three. I don't think there's been a single stream where I've seen you say a single good thing about Lamar Jackson. I'm a realist. Yeah, you still have to be real about the guy making the plays. You can't just give all the credit to like Flowers saved the day. Give credit to the quarterback making a play. It's a two-man process. Lamar gets smacked right there. Gotta give receivers credit. You can give both sides credit. I like to give everybody credit. Because again, I've always been the aspect of this is a team game. And the receiver can't make the play if the quarterback doesn't buy time to give you a chance to make the play. But yeah, this offensive line is getting smoked. Oh, look, Justice Hill just got battered on a pass block. I'm just saying. Someone showed it. Apparently, Derrick Henry is the #1 pass running on the pass blocker. He's the #1 running back pass blocker in the league. 3rd and 10. Give it to Flowers. Flowers spins. He's gonna be short. You gotta take a field goal here. You gotta take a field goal here. Good stop right there by the Chargers. You gotta take a field goal here. Why are they showing Justin? Please, guys, stop, please. Please don't show Justin Tucker. Don't, guys, please don't. Why are they showing Justin Tucker's misses? Oh my God, Monday Night Football, you're egregious for this. Who set this up? They were just waiting for the Ravens to attempt a field goal just to say, let's talk about Tucker's struggles. Oh, Tucker makes the kick. Y'all are nasty. Tucker makes the field goal, 17-13 game. This is playing exactly like the Monday Night Football game against the Bucs. This is playing exactly like that game. Like Ravens came out, they were going to possess the ball coming out of halftime. They started off slow, down 10. Then they make plays heading into halftime where they take the lead. They head into halftime with the lead. Then they come out of halftime. They kick a field goal on their very first possession. Defense makes a stop, and then the Ravens offense just goes nuclear for the rest of the game. This is weird how this is playing off like the Bucs game. I don't think it's going to end up like the Bucs game, but we'll see.
Chewy, save up to 50% and get exclusive deals through Black Friday, like their favorite treats, toys, and food. The best presents at the best prices for the best pets. For low prices, for holidays with pets, there's Chewy.
Lowe's knows that holiday list can stretch further than your budget.
All right, so 9:29 left to go. Ravens have a 4-point lead. Could have had 7 if the defense would have made a stop, but you know, that's a different conversation. I guess I shouldn't bring that up, right?
Let's review. We're not going to talk about traffic or weather. If anyone brings up lawn care, I will handle it. Posting can be extremely difficult for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Ooh, are you done with this? I'll just take that.
Okay. He's still drinking.
Oh, look what the cat...
Nope. Let's try again. You wouldn't mind? It gets ugly. You can either take it off, or I'll take it off.
Yeah. Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Doesn't want...
the best flyweight in the world. Hi, Asakura, making his UFC debut. We got 2 undefeated phenoms. Let's go.
Now you gotta see what this defense is gonna do with the Chargers coming to get the ball. Would not be surprised if the Chargers go down the field and take this lead. The defense has been that inconsistent all year, and I don't think anybody has a lot of trust in these guys. You hope they prove people wrong, but
Welcome back to SoFi Stadium.
Jaden Ivey with a buzzer beater. Is this a game-winning buzzer beater or a buzzer beater before the end of the quarter? Oh, snap. Jaden Ivey for the win. Jaden Ivey for the win. The Pistons beat the Raptors. One-on-one. Floats it and makes that shot. Nice. It's a game winner against the Raptors. That's cool. Nice to see that player, you know, making plays. Good for Jaden Ivey. I mean, no one's caring about basketball in the regular season nowadays because regular season basketball in the NBA just doesn't mean much. A lot of players are just either injured, which is not their fault, or they're just load managing, which is their fault and the coach's fault. The regular season doesn't even mean much anymore. Who cares about playoff seeding? I'm sorry. They need to take away the play-in tournament. They need to. There's a lot of things they need to take away. Take away the play-in tournament. Take away the play-in games that they do where they have the 9th and 10th seed that have a chance to get to the playoffs. Take all that away. They need to take those things away. It's just making the game look more and more like a joke. Like, if you didn't earn a top 8 seed, you don't deserve to go to the playoffs. You don't get a free extra chance to, you get 2 extra chances to get back into to get into the playoffs. You don't deserve that. 2 play fakes here. Herbert gonna check it down here. A 6-yard gain here. 2nd down coming up for the Chargers. Like, there's so much happening with the NBA right now. People aren't tuning into basketball anymore. The WNBA is getting a lot more attention because this season was so interesting. But the NBA, man, the product has just gone down. Adam Silver has done a bad job. And he keeps adding things that he thinks is going to get people to watch, and it's not working. Yeah, streaming service. The fact that you can't even watch your own home team on your television makes it difficult. Streaming services, illegal streams, there are aspects that play into it. But these have been around for a long time. So you can't sit back and say, oh, Malik Harrison made a good play. Oh, my God, Malik Harrison made a good play. So there's a lot of things that go into the NBA being this bad, but I just think the product itself, the fact of the matter is teams play the exact same game. Like, what if you're watching the NBA right now? Who's different? How many different teams do you really have that you look at some of the top tier teams? Everybody just shoots 3 nowadays. You don't have like the old days where you looked at like the Grizzlies, that was the grit and grind Grizzlies. That played an aggressive style of defense and they were a defensive team. You don't have the Spurs that play the ultimate team ball. You don't have the Lob City Clippers that made things interesting. Teams don't have identities. It's just let's shoot 3s. Herbert fires, finds a man open. 1st down, Palmer makes the catch. Malik Harrison has 11 tackles. Got to be doing a lot of tackles when you're missing in coverage. But it's so frustrating with how the NBA has come to be nowadays. It's nothing. It's just so poor compared to what we had previously seen growing up. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know. If playoff seeding really mattered, people would probably care more about it. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. You hope the Ravens defense can do something. Who knows?
Malik Harrison yet again, a gain of about 2.
Malik Harrison has a bunch of tackles. So I guess he's technically been all over the place. How does Malik Harrison have 11 tackles? This is crazy. He has 13 tackles.
He's been impressive here that he's been very patient in not forcing anything down the field.
2nd and 7. Herbert has not been taking shots down the field like that today. He'll take another shot. Trust me, he'll take another shot. 2nd and 7 here. Herbert fakes the handoff. Looking. Pressure's coming. Herbert gonna get dropped. 2 yards short. Flag on the play. Don't know what the flag's gonna be on. Might be a hold. Yep, offensive holding. He was holding Matabike. The offensive guard was holding Matabike. Oh, it's Bradley Bozeman. Oh my God. Look at all these former Ravens on the field. Bradley Bozeman got caught holding. Oh, he was holding Kyle Van Noy. Matabike was also being held, but we ain't going to talk about that, I guess. But Bradley Bozeman got called first. Oh, yeah, that's a clear hold. That's close to a face mask. 2nd and 17. I hate when we force these teams into passing situations because we suck at defending the pass. Herbert fires. What a throw-in catch. Wiggins is all over the coverage, but when you just make the catch, you just make the catch.
That's such a great job by Herbert and Rager. Because
Herbert is making some nice throws here, man. But these receivers, the contact is there. I mean, they're being covered. Like, Wiggins is covering this right, but receivers just making the catch. They're catching it with two hands. They're making some tough catches. I could see a lot of drops happening here, but the receivers brought their hands today for the Chargers. Please, if I set that and then the receiver drops a pass on third down, I'm going to laugh. But the receivers did bring their hands today. Third down and 8 here. Ravens look like they're going to blitz. Oh, they're going to send Wiggins. Herbert just dodges the pressure and finds somebody for the first down. Just dodges Wiggins and says, let me find somebody in the middle of the field for the first down.
Well, they bring Wiggins, but I don't think Herbert ever even knew they were bringing the blitz. He doesn't see it at all. He feels it there at the last minute.
Herbert didn't even see Wiggins. He felt the pressure and just got it out. That's just a great play right there by Justin Herbert. Defense, again, I don't even know how. Guys are just getting wide open on this defense, which, I mean, this is what it is.
Third down catch of the game for McConkey.
Just leaving guys open, man. Crazy. McConkey has 60 receiving yards because y'all keep leaving him wide open. Herbert gonna take off, and he slides. So I don't think he gains a yard. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down here. Clock continues to wind. It's going to be a short game here with the way things are going. The Knicks should be playing the Nuggets right now, so let me take a look. Let me look at what's happening right now in those games. Oh, he lost a yard. So second and 11 here now for the Chargers. The Knicks are up 23 against the Nuggets. Blitz. He's just got to get rid of it. Incomplete. Third down coming up here. Humphrey coming with the blitz. Third down coming up here. Cat has 21. OG has 20. Brunson at 15. Dude, does Denver play any defense? Oh no, Nikola Jokic's got 13 points. MPJ's got 15. Murray's got 15. What in God's name? How are the Knicks blowing out the Nuggets right now? Well, the Knicks are 9-7. They are a good team, but I don't know. That's crazy. Third down and 11. They've converted 3 third downs in this drive. Can they make it 4? Probably. Watch the middle of the field, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the middle of the field. Herbert fires. Incomplete. Nobody was open. He threw to the outside and nobody could get open. Pressure was coming. Defense stays fundamentally sound. They put pressure on Herbert, force him to get the ball out of his hands quickly. That's what you need to see from the defense. You got to keep your coverage, but you've also got to put pressure on Herbert and force him to get the ball out quickly. If only they can do that more consistently. Good job by the defense making a stop here. But this kicker right now has been on fire for the Chargers. They need him to make another kick for them. That kick looks clean. It is up and it is good, and it's back to a 1-point game. 17-16 game with 4:08 left to go. Lamar and the offense coming on the field soon. And we've got one of these old school type games, man. A lot of defense being played, not a lot of points being scored. Offensive plays have been made left and right, so you got to give credit. Both quarterbacks are doing what they need to do and giving their receivers chances to make plays, but they've also dealt with a lot of pressure today. So, you know, you got to look at it and say, hey, man, plays are being played. Thank God we made our O-line amazing, give Lamar time in the pocket. I'm not even going to address that. I'm not even going to address that. I know you're just here to chat. I'm not even going to address that, bro. I'm going to leave that there. Anyone on the chat want to pick that up? Feel free to pick that up. I'm not even going to address that. I'm not even going to address that.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you can watch every game every Sunday for the rest of the regular season, all in one place. So sign up now for NFL Sunday Ticket, only $89 until December 2nd.
DC sports fans, Monumental Plus is your home for live district sports. Stream live Capitals, Wizards, and Mystics games on any device. Watch exclusive original content and enjoy the all-new multi-view experience so you can see the games from every angle. Monumental Plus members also get exclusive discounts on tickets and merch and access to once-in-a-lifetime Monumental Plus experiences. Go to monumentalplus.com or download the app to get started.
You know, funny that you. I'm not even gonna address that, bro. Maybe I'm watching a different game. I don't even want to tell you where the Ravens are seen or ranked in terms of offensive line. So I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm gonna just leave that there. Sure, man. Sure. I'll let you have that. This reminds me of that Colts kicker last year versus us. He just won't miss. Yeah, Chargers kicker's been great. Dicker the kicker's been making a lot of kicks for them in recent years. So he can actually make his kicks. He's been consistent with that. That's a good thing, though. This feels like it's going to turn into a field goal game anyway. I don't think we're going to see a lot more touchdowns here. Even though the Ravens get into field goal range, I don't know if the Ravens are going to score another touchdown here. I think the Ravens are, if they can move the ball, they'll probably get into field goal range, but I'm not sure they're going to score a touchdown. That's my thing. Ravens will take this at the 30. Hopefully they don't go 3 and out or turn the ball over, but like, looking at how this is going to go, it's about to be an old school defensive game. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of points from both sides.
Quarterback in Michigan, 83-86. John got to start in the NFL, the 98 Eagles special teams coordinator. Jim got to start as a coach, 2002 as the Oakland Raiders quarterback coach. This was a first-round pick by the Chicago Bears, and the two brothers met for the first time as head coaches on Thanksgiving in 2011, again in the Super Bowl, and for the third time here tonight. John 2-0.
First and 10 here for the Ravens. Let's see if we can put some points on the board. You're going to need to because this defense ain't stopping squat. Play action here. Lamar immediately just ducks the pressure. He just has to get it out. Gets it. Yeah, he gets it to Kolar. See, this is what you play it. You play it. 2.5 seconds. Do you know how much Lamar plays into that? Do you know how much Lamar plays into that in that 2.5 seconds? Go look at the rankings for Lamar and other mobile quarterbacks. Do you understand how much a mobile quarterback comes into average seconds in the pocket? Do I need to speak of what a mobile quarterback does to extend plays, buddy? This isn't a situation where it's like Peyton Manning dropping back and having nearly 3 seconds to throw. You have a mobile quarterback that can buy extra time. That helps with the seconds average. So I don't know if you want to use second average to point out the offensive line. I think Lamar's short. I don't think he gets it, but they're going to go for this. They're going to go for this. Lamar keeps it, and he's going to be stopped short, but they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Let's be real. You got to give Khalil Mack credit, because Khalil Mack said, nah, bro. Khalil Mack said, nah. And they're going to run another quarterback sneak. They give it to Derrick Henry. And Henry, Henry might be gone here. Henry holding on to the ball, getting down to the 35-yard line. Derrick Henry doing what he's doing. Oh my God, Falalele made a good play. Good for him. They're obviously not going to get rid of him, so at least I would like to see him on the field playing well. Look at him blocking. You know, if you do that more often, I guarantee you Ravens fans will not be complaining about you, man.
Derrick Henry is at 99 yards for the game. You got Falalele leading the way along with Patrick Ricard. That's a whole
First and 10. Like I said, Ravens can get in the field goal range, but can they top this off with a touchdown? Justice Hill running. Oh, God. Flag on the play. There it is. There it is. There it is. Here comes the hold. Or is there a face mask? Because Justice Hill's saying face mask.
Boy, have they paid off. Gone for it. Led to a touchdown. Went for it moments ago. And here they are inside Charger territory. Here's a call.
Holding.
Number 65 offense.
Yet another penalty for the Ravens offense. Yet another penalty for Patrick McCarry is one of the most penalized one of the most penalized left guard in the National Football League. He does not improve on that. He does not change, and he keeps committing penalties. What do you do with this dude? I've been begging Voorhees to come back, and they won't bring Voorhees back. Like, please, please. Voorhees was playing well. He just got hurt. But it's too late in the season. They don't want to try anybody else in the offensive line. Oh, God. First and 19 here. Lamar Fires. Gets it to Wallace. Oh my God, they remembered they had Tylan Wallace. You know, it's funny. It's funny. Tylan Wallace should... oh my God, I wish... I got to make that video at the bye week, man. Tylan Wallace needs to get more snaps. Why don't they use this guy? Tylan Wallace needs more snaps. He makes plays. Yeah, the cleanest pocket ever. Cleanest pocket in the history of football. I know you're chatting, so whatever. But cleanest pocket in the history of football. Never seen a quarterback get that much clean pocket. But real talk, they need to give Wallace... Wallace should not be wide receiver 2. Stop that. Wide receiver 3 over Aguilar, yes. But wide receiver 2, no. You got Flowers and Bateman that hold those positions. 2nd and 4. Now you can run the ball with Derrick Henry, and he gets dropped. 3rd down coming up here now. Chargers defense is making some good stops here, man. They've given up some rushing yards to Derrick Henry, but they've also made some really clean stops. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Either the Ravens can pick up the 1st down, or they'll have to go. They'll be in a 4th down situation and probably have to kick a field goal again. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a touchdown game moving forward. It's going to feel like a field goal game, and at the end of the day, it will come down to somebody having to score a touchdown. Maybe the Ravens can get it here, but it's a 3rd and 4 situation. Here we go. Play action. Lamar tosses it to Bateman. Bateman extends. He might have got it. They're going to say he's short, but they can take a look at that. Was his knee down before he extended? Was his knee down before they had the whole 3rd quarter to take a look at it? Was his knee down before he extended? Oh, he's short, but he should be farther than it was. He's short, but they should move the ball a little bit more. He's short, but they should move the ball a little bit more. And Baltimore might go for it on another 4th down. He's short, but they should move the ball a little bit forward. He's short, but they should definitely look to move the ball a little bit forward. It still should be short. I would take the field goal this time. If it's 4th and inches, Harbaugh's not taking the field goal. I wouldn't mind taking the field goal, but at the same time, I don't trust this defense. So I understand why he's going for the field goal. I wouldn't get greedy against this defense. I understand, but at the same time, the fact that he's going for it on 4th down, that's kind of an indication to the fact that this defense has not really been able to make stops. I mean, make consistent stops. They made stops here and there, but you have given up, what, 3 field goals? No, 2 field goals, actually, because they had... No, 3 field goals, because you've given up, 3 field goals. You've given up a touchdown and 3 field goals. So if we're looking at it just based off of the plays here, for the Chargers, touchdown, punt, field goal, punt, field goal, field goal. The defense has only forced 2 punts. There's a reason why Harbaugh's going for it on 4th down. 1, he's being aggressive today, but 2, he's not really trying to put this defense in a compromised position. Now, again, I don't know if I would want to go. It's iffy because they've already shown they're willing to go for it on 4th down. They're being aggressive today. That's the mindset Harbaugh's going with. So I don't want to say we move away from that consistency. If you've been aggressive all game, keep being aggressive. But I also wouldn't mind taking the points here and just saying, hey, trust your defense. They don't give up a touchdown. That's all you got to hope for. Trust that your defense doesn't give up a touchdown. You're entering 4th quarter territory, so I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go for it on 4th down. But the Chargers defense is no joke. Their front 7 really can't get to Henry, and they've shown it several times today. So I don't know if you want to make that I don't know if you want to take that risk, but we'll see. Let's just take a look at some NBA stuff here as the games finish. Magic beat the Hornets 95-84. LaMelo had 44 points, bro. He's emerging as a superstar. Unfortunately, he's on the Hornets, so that's not going to be much. Pacers beat the Pelicans. 34 points for Tyrese Halliburton. Raptors beat the Pistons. We saw Jaden Ivey hit that game winner. Ivey with 25. 31 for Scotty Barnes. Mavericks beat the Hawks. 32 points for Kyrie. They pulled the comeback because the Hawks were beating them. So they pulled the comeback. Kyrie woke up and did his job. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And Henry gets it again. He got it. Forward progress. 1st down Ravens. Like I said, Harbaugh's willing to be aggressive because it's his brother. Harbaugh is willing to be aggressive because it's his brother. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down today. So, again, they're going to stick with that level of momentum. Because they've been successful on 4th down all day today, they're just going to keep going for it. You see how simple it is when you just hand the ball off on 4th down? Like I'm gonna hand the ball off in these situations. It's 4th and short. You can go for it. 1st and 10 here. Ravens are actively looking to get a touchdown out of this. Lamar, quick throw to Zay Flowers. Do you set up the blocks? Zay Flowers only had 1 blocker, picks up a few yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Ravens. If the Ravens are going to be aggressive, you got to finish this drive with a touchdown.
Well, we mentioned the red zone efficiency for Baltimore and how good the Chargers have been down here.
It's strength versus strength. The Ravens are strong in the red zone. The Chargers are strong in preventing teams from getting in the end zone. So we finna find out. Strength versus strength in the red zone. 2nd down here. Derrick Henry breaks through. Derrick Henry, 1st and goal, Ravens. Derrick Henry well over 100 yards. Interesting how things work when you just hand him the ball.
They've been down there 46 times this season. They've scored 36 touchdowns. How about Tarheeb Steele? He comes in. It's his first time to play against.
1st and goal, I'm handing it to the king. 1st and goal, I'm handing it to the king. There's Derrick Henry. Oh, he slipped. No, he slipped. No, he didn't slip. He got tripped up. He got tripped up. I swear it was Ifá Lele. No, that's for the first. That was to get them 1st and goal. They're not gonna showcase what happened on 1st and goal. I don't know if Derrick Henry slipped or if he tripped on one of his offensive linemen. 2nd and goal here for the Ravens. Lamar takes the snap. Lamar. Stepping up. Nothing's there. He's looking, he's firing. Knocked down. Incomplete. 3rd and goal. Chargers defense looking to make a stop here. Ravens offense looking to get in the end zone here. 3rd and goal now.
He didn't commit. He kind of held his line and just stayed with Lamar Jackson to stay underneath the throw rather than attack him. If he attacks him,
that's a good defensive play. If he doesn't bat that down, that's a touchdown because Zay Flowers open in the back of the end zone. He commits and sees that Lamar is about to make a play there. That's just a great defensive play. Give credit. That's why the Chargers defense are one of the best at preventing touchdowns in the red zone. 3rd down and goal here. Strength on strength. Lamar takes the snap. Pressure's coming. Lamar fires. Caught! Touchdown Andrews. Mark Andrews just mossed the man. But they're saying no catch. What? Did he drop it? Did he drop it or what? We got to look at this. I thought he had it in his hand. When did it touch the ground? I'm pretty sure Andrews caught that. Now they're saying it's a touchdown. They're calling it a touchdown. Where did they see the drop? He's holding it in full. Where did they see the drop? Let me see the replay. He mossed the man. He's holding it. He's holding it. 2 feet down. Where's the drop? It never touches the ground. That's a clear touchdown. It never touches the ground. 1 foot, 2 foot, knee down, butt down, all in bounds. That's a touchdown. What are they talking about? Lamar fired a bullet, and Andrews just mossed the man. Ravens gonna go for 2 here because they want to make this an 8-point game. Or not, wait, really? They're gonna make it a 9-point game? Why are they going for 2? Off the hands of Zay Flowers. See, this is a team that has an opportunity. This is a team that actually has an opportunity to just make it an 8-point game and make it difficult for them. Harbaugh this is where Harbaugh is getting ultra aggressive for no reason. Harbaugh only went for that because he has the luxury of being like, well, we're up 7. Worst case scenario, the game is tied. Off the hands of Zay Flowers, incomplete, but it's still a touchdown for the Ravens, 7-point lead. Man saw the opportunity to try to make it a 9-point game and said, might as well.
We can have a conversation about anything you like. Anything? Try looking for a small round bolt somewhere on the oil pan. Got it. Does the child seem ready for bedtime?
Yeah, that's a vintage Mark Andrews touchdown right there. So Ravens up 7. Obviously, that's going to put the pressure on the Chargers to go out there and do something.
Shop Pixel's best holiday deals at googlestore.com.
We got now. Our nation's heartbeat is strongest here.
That's why it's funny when everyone assumes we win against the Chiefs if we go for 2. Our 2-point conversions, bro, we can't ever get a 2-point conversion. We can get it if we... There's certain plays I feel the Ravens should run at the goal line, and they don't always run it. Like, again, Derrick Henry has to be in the game, and I feel like play action with Derrick Henry is what you need. You need play action with Derrick Henry. Play action with Derrick Henry. Either you're going to do I think there's one thing you do. There's multiple things you do. If you're going to have Lamar take it and run it, you do a zone read. Either you hand the ball to Derrick Henry and see if he can take it in. You do a zone read where Lamar fakes the handoff to Derrick Henry and he takes it for 2. Because we saw him do that against the Bengals. And he went in wide open. Because, again, the threat of Henry and Lamar, dude, you can't just hand it to Henry every single time. They've handed it to Henry in this game. They've made stops. Even on 3rd down. You can't just hand it to Henry every single time. The Chargers' front 7 is not just going to let you run all over him every single carry. There are multiple things you have to do. The biggest aspect that makes this offense dangerous is the threat that Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry bring together. So utilize them in the 2-point conversion. You can have Lamar fake the handoff and run it in himself like you did against the Bengals. It worked. Or you can have him hand it off to Derrick Henry, let him go up the middle. He can get this. Or you can run play action. Line Lamar under center, run play action. That's dude. I'm not. I know you're just chatting. I don't know why I keep engaging. I know you're just chatting. I know you understand that you can't just hand the ball to the running back every single time and assume it's gonna work. I ain't gonna do that. Lamar didn't have to throw that pass so hard. Zay's right in front of him. Buddy was trying to bullet him. I don't know. He threw the same pass twice. Listen, Zay Flowers ain't built like Mark Andrews, I guess, because Lamar threw a bullet to Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is so used to it. He just caught that. He threw a bullet to Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers like, hey, yo, bro, I'm not Mark Andrews. I ain't got hands like that.
2-point try. The fastball off the hands of Flowers. 7-point game. There's the big
Like, I'm not gonna lie, Lamar, you can't throw it to Zay Flowers the way you throw it to Mark Andrews. You can throw those bullets to Mark Andrews. He's a big, tough, physical tight end. He can take the contact. He'll take that catch and reel it in. That's what Mark Andrews can do. I got you. Zay Flowers, he's physical, but you can't just beam it to Zay Flowers. Then again, he was I guess he was trying to get into a tight window. But still, I felt like he didn't have to throw it that damn hard. But it is what it is, though. 7-point game. Gotta hope the defense makes a stop. Andrews jumped 5 feet. Andrews has been doing that since year 1. So, I mean, Andrews has been built like that. Andrews has had multiple touchdowns where he's done that. What's going on, Josh? Lamar don't run a lot anymore. Old Lamar would have ran it in for a 2-point conversion. Lamar's, I mean, that's old Lamar. This isn't old Lamar. I'm not gonna lie. Lamar don't want to run anymore. I keep trying to tell people still try to. This is why we make these old jokes where they constantly show the meme of Kevin Garnett on the Nets. Lamar Jackson running back jokes. Them jokes died so long ago. Buddy does not run anymore. Yeah, LaMelo went crazy. 40, bro. I don't get how the Hornets continue to just stink up the joint. LaMelo, welcome to you are in such a prime situation. Welcome to the Kemba Walker situation. You are a star emerging as a superstar on a horrible Hornets team that can't elevate themselves. You're stuck there, man. Let me see LaMelo's contract. Can he get the hell out of New Orleans? Let me see. What is his contract? Let me see. Oh, God, he signed a 5-year deal last year. He's stuck here well into 20... Oh, no. He's here till like 2028. Let me see. He's here until 2029. He's an unrestricted free agent in the 2029 season. I'm glad he got the bag. Let him get his money, but he's going to waste some of his... How old is LaMelo? Because I know he came into the league young. First and 10 here. He's 23. You know what? He'll be entering his prime. LaMelo will be entering his prime when his contract's up. He can go somewhere else. Play fake here. Herbert fires a pass behind the line of scrimmage. Thank God he caught that. That could have been bad. And a great tackle by Kyle Hamilton. But yeah, LaMelo's 23. If he plays out his contract to the 29 season, he'll be around, what, 27, 28 years old by the time his contract's up. So at that point, earn your money, get your bag, ball out in New Orleans, and then leave and go play for a playoff contender. LaMelo, please do not sign another contract extension with the Hornets. Do not waste your career there. LaMelo's balling out to start the season. LaMelo balled this season. Let me see what's happening here. 2nd and 17. They lost 7 on that play? Damn. 2nd and 17 for the Chargers. Just not good. Play fake here. Watch Herbert get it all the way back here. Fires across the... Whoa, he just dumped it off. Bunch of missed tackles, so he's going to get about 10 back. So good on him. Oh, he gets 11 now, so good gain there. He broke 2 tackles. LaMelo had 44 tonight against the Magic. Against the Bucks, he had 50. Against the Pistons, he had 30. Dude, this guy's been putting up 30-plus points. He's averaging 31 points on the season! Nah. LaMelo, please. Please, LaMelo. Get the hell out of there when your contract's over. Earn your money. Get your contract. I'm gonna say, earn your money, put up your numbers, and get the hell out of get the hell out of Charlotte when you can. 3rd and 6. Chargers don't want to go 3 and out. Herbert, deep drop back. Herbert's got time. Herbert, pump fakes, nothing's there. Herbert fires downfield. Flag, pass interference. They're gonna call it on Tre'Davious White. You have to. That's clear PI. It's unfortunate, but that's clear PI, man.
Picked up in a trade from the Rams.
Let me take a look at this before I say it's clear PI. Let me take a look at this.
Been through a torn ACL and an Achilles tear.
Wait a minute. Did he turn?
Palmer saw that he was in trouble.
Looks like they're fouled by both teams on the play. Passing interference.
Woo! Offset penalty. Let's redo 3rd down. That's pass interference. Tre'Davious White turns around too late, had so much contact on him, and by the time he turns around, Palmer's already extended for the ball. That's PI. But there was an offensive holding call, so we'll just redo 3rd down. That works for me. So they got to replay 3rd down. Instead of a huge gain on pass interference, we'll just run 3rd down again. And yeah, that's holding. Why do they keep holding? No. No, that's not holding. Wait a minute. That's not holding. That's not holding. Where's the hold? Where's the hold? I saw contact early on, but I didn't see a tug of the jersey. Where's the hold? 3rd and 6. Pressure coming. Herbert fires across the middle, and he just drops it. There's no hold there. Where's the hold? Bro, the refs have been awful on both sides of the ball. We get a phantom call on Patrick Card, and then we get a phantom hold. Where is the hold? Dude, these receivers... Dude, catch the ball and then turn. The refs screwed both teams today, man. This is crazy. I cannot believe we see a phantom call for a 15-yard penalty on the first drive on Patrick Card, and then a phantom hold. Where's the hold? There's no holding there. What are they talking about?
They're still waiting for everything to click in. Oh man, that's
He's got to catch that, man. He's got to catch that. I'm curious, why does John Harbaugh continue to go for 2 when most times it doesn't work? Because it's John Harbaugh and he wants to be aggressive. John Harbaugh picks his times where he wants to be aggressive. He'll go for 2 against Mike Tomlin. He'll go for 2 against Andy Reid. He'll go for 2 against his brother, I guess. Well, if the Ravens offense can put up a touchdown here, you put yourself in position. Greg Roman cannot believe what just happened. I haven't even been talking about Greg Roman. We're in the 4th quarter now, so I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time to kind of reminisce, right? Because we're reaching the end of the game. We haven't really talked about Greg Roman. It's time to reminisce about Greg Roman and some of the times he brought for us. Because there was a lot of times over the last, 4 or 5 years he was with the Ravens. We had a lot of times, a lot of moments. There were definitely a lot of times. A lot of moments, a lot of memories. Just overall, a lot of times. 2019 was special. People really thought, hey, that's going to be our year. There were problems with the offense in some cases. There were issues with the defense, but we just ignored it. You know, we felt confident. We had never had a season like that in franchise history. We thought we had it. Earl Thomas even ran his mouth about Derrick Henry, just for Derrick Henry to use him as a blocker. Greg Roman's offense disappears in the playoffs. We go 1 and done. 2020, we make the playoffs as a wild card team. We're down 10 against Tennessee. We rally back, win the game. Not the cleanest game. Play calling was inconsistent, but they found a way to get the job done. And Lamar makes the play of the game by running for that 50-yard touchdown. But, man, we find a way. We get to Buffalo, and we put up 3 points. Offensive line couldn't protect Lamar. We had a center that couldn't properly snap the football, and that center ultimately led to Lamar Jackson getting knocked out of the game because he snaps the ball over Lamar's head, and Lamar takes a shot and just collapses in the end zone and is out with a concussion. Receivers couldn't gain any separation. The play calling was atrocious all game from Greg Roman. Another year people were frustrated. That was the year one. That was the first year people started saying, hey, man, Roman ain't exactly doing well. Like last year, he was doing good, but even though there was issues here and there, but this year, the issues that we saw last year has been magnified, and we're watching this happen. It's just like, Roman, buddy, you're not looking good right now. Make some changes. 2021, the whole team was on IR, so it's hard to blame Greg Roman, but they still fired Mike McDonald. Not Mike McDonald, Jesus Christ. They still fired Wink Martindale for no reason. Like it was his fault the defense kept blowing that lead. He had nobody on defense. All your star players won IR. But they blamed him for it. Whatever. I guess it's his fault. Insanity, by the way, but whatever. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Play action here. Lamar fires it to Andrews. Andrews going to pick up 9. 2nd and 1. So, what's it called? 2021. The play calling was horrible, but the team was filled with injuries, so it was so difficult to really say much about anything. But, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day, I guess. 2022, people were so done. People wanted this man gone so bad. People wanted Greg Roman gone so bad. It is what it is. They wanted him gone so bad. And they thought he'd be gone after 2022, and thankfully he was. It got very toxic in Baltimore. He had to go after that year. Derrick Henry on 2nd and 1. They stop him at the line. Maybe he picks up half a yard. I don't know. Henry has 15 touchdowns. Yeah. He scored a touchdown in every game this year. Except tonight, but we'll see. Greg Roman isn't as bad as Matt Canada. I mean, he isn't as bad as Matt Canada or Shane Walden, but, man, his time, he needed to go. His time was up in Baltimore, and everybody knew it. When fans snuck into the locker room and put those Fire Roman signs, I knew he had to go. When we started talking about Greg Roman specials, I knew it was time for him to go. 3rd and 1. Hand it back to Henry. Henry trips, breaks some tackles, and gets the first down. No, not breaks some tackles. Stiff arms some guys and gets the first down. He was able to keep his balance, get the edge, stiff arm 2 guys, and pick up the first down. Ravens going to move the chain. This is the time. This is the time. I mean, you could keep screaming MVP for Derrick Henry, but Saquon Barkley just put everybody on notice. Derrick's going to have a little work to do if he's going to get it over Saquon. Saquon going for what, 355 or whatever he went for? No, 302, because he had 302 and I think 355 total yards. Saquon took the lead, so I'm just saying, you could say MVP of this team, but Saquon right now, we're talking about MVPs for running backs, Saquon's got it. Lamar keeps it, picks up about 3 yards.
This is the first weekend there's been a Sunday and Monday night football game back-to-back here at SoFi. Last night it was Saquon Barkley doing what he did for the...
Oh yeah, Saquon did what he did on the field, and Derrick Henry's doing what he's doing tonight. Not quite 300 yards, but, you know, he's still doing his thing. Funny enough, Saquon and Derrick Henry about to go... They're going to go band for band for this running title, man. They're going to go band for band for Offensive Player of the Year right now. 2nd and 8 here. Lamar takes the snap, fires it, caught, gets it to Flowers. Going to be 3rd and short here, maybe 3rd and 3.
And with the game last night, and Barkley in the game tonight, and Henry, many of our crew members were setting up until late.
Ravens need some points out of this just to put a little bit of cushion, because you don't want to keep it a 7-point game.
Through to tear down after this game's over. So here's our great crew in the booth.
Thanks for showing me the Monday Night Football crew. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Monday Night Football crew. We appreciate all that you do. 3rd down and 2 here. Lamar is in the shotgun here. He's going to take the snap. Hand it off to Justice Hill. Justice Hill running. Hill, he's gone. He's got the speed. 30, 20, 10. Will he be stopped? Touchdown, Ravens. Justice Hill takes it down for a touchdown, and the Ravens are going to add to their team. Okay, bro, why do you keep talking about the MVP? We don't care about the MVP. Why do you keep talking about it? You come on this chat every week and talk about it. Nobody gives a damn if the Lamar is the MVP or not. We want a ring. Stop. I'm kidding. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I know you do this every week, but I have to add to it because every week you say that, and every week I say the same thing. We don't care about the MVP. But yeah, we don't care if Lamar's the MVP or not. We really don't. But he's got 2 trophies. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He needs a ring. We need a ring. But yeah, we do the same thing every week. Every week you say Lamar's not the MVP, and every week I say, we don't care about the MVP. They just missed him. Justice Hill they just missed him. Wow. Not gonna lie. Solomon, we do this every week. I'm not actually mad. We do this every week. He says this every week and says Lamar's not MVP, and every week I retaliate with, he's not the MVP, we don't care about the MVP. It's the same thing. I'm not actually mad. We do this every week. I'm not actually mad. so in case you're thinking I'm not actually mad. We've just been doing this every week because none of us in Baltimore care about the MVP trophy. We want to see this team win a Super Bowl, so we're just making fun of the MVP trophy, especially because Bills fans seem to care about it. I don't know. That was a 51-yard rushing touchdown, career long for Justice Hill. Oh, I thought you were serious. Nah, this has been a running joke for like the last month and a half now. We've just been saying this. Well, actually, most of the last month. It's really Bills fans that care about the MVP. We don't care about it here in Baltimore. It's like every time Lamar makes a play, he's the MVP. Every time Lamar doesn't make a play, he's not the MVP. We've been doing this for a while now. Ravens take a 2-score lead.
Extra point for Tucker.
Extra point is up and it's good. Ravens up 30-16. Like I said, this is the type of thing with the Ravens. I swear the Ravens do this all the damn time. I swear they do this all the damn time. Where it's like games like this, they show up and get it done at the end of the day. But then you ask them to beat the 2-8 Giants and watch them struggle. What is wrong with the AFC North? Somebody needs to do a study on this division. They play down to their competition way too much. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not eating no live. I'm not doing that, bro. I love sports, but I'm not putting my health on the line so my football team can win a Super Bowl. That's insanity. Okay, people that want to do that, I give you all the credit. Do that. I'm not one of those people. I'm not about to eat nothing nasty or disgusting so my team can win a Super Bowl. I'm not interested in that. Go ask another Ravens fan that's hardcore and is willing to do that. I'd go to prison for 6 months for a Super Bowl. I'm not going to prison. I'm not going to prison. I hope they put you in solitary confinement because I'm not going to prison in general, but if you go into prison, you better be getting solitary confinement. They put you in open public. They're going to have some things to say to you. Where is Keaton Mitchell? On the bench. They're not using him right now. Steelers beat Commanders and Ravens lose to Browns. The Steelers beat the Commanders and the Ravens and then lose to the Browns. Both the Steelers and the Ravens have lost to the Browns. The Browns have 3 wins and 2 of them are against the Ravens and the Browns. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. We couldn't do anything against Pittsburgh, but here we are against the Chargers putting up I don't understand the Ravens. I love my Ravens, but not going to jail for anybody. Yeah, because you say you go to jail for 6 months for them to win a Super Bowl. So that basically means you're saying they win the Super Bowl, they arrest you on the spot, you get to come out of prison when the season starts up again. Is Keaton a healthy scratch or is he just a special teams player? He's just a special teams player. He's been catching returns. Like when the kick return happened, he's catching it. So he's playing. He's just been on special teams today. They've just been using Derrick Henry and Justice Hill today. At work, how's the team overall? Pretty much the same Ravens team you expect. Not much different. They're up 30-16, so I guess that helps. Are they up 30-16? Let me see. Yeah, they're up 30-16, so that helps. 14-point game. Chargers have all 3 timeouts. It's 7:24 left to go in the game. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it's pretty much same old Ravens. They always show up for these type of primetime games. But watch them against the Giants in a few weeks. And just watch them not be able to do anything against Tommy frickin' DeVito. And watch them, like their defense will let Tommy DeVito look good. And our defense will make Tommy DeVito look good. And then the Giants defense will for some random reason, will somehow be able to stop Derrick Henry. But it just doesn't make sense. So in 3 weeks, when we go to New York to take on the Giants, watch some nonsense happen. He's got a good return. Darius says, "Let me provide it." And he's out of bounds. That's a huge spark. If the Chargers can score a touchdown here, that forces Baltimore to have to go put points up. And Tucker looks like he's the one that made the tackle.
He was just involved in that tackle 13 years ago yesterday. Kicked a 40-yard field goal as time expired to give the Texas Longhorns a 2-point win over their rival Texas A&M. It was the last time the two teams faced one another as the Aggies joined the SEC the following season. The two are facing off on ABC with a spot in the
Look at
SEC
Tucker making the
championship
tackle.
on the line.
Good job, Justin Tucker, making the tackle. Brandon Stevens is going to give up big plays. Oh, I can't wait for Justin Herbert to target Brandon Stevens on one of these big plays. Please don't look left. Please don't look left. He's going to look right. Oh, he made that play on Marlon Humphrey, but they might call offensive pass interference on that one. They might call offensive pass interference. Did he push off? Somebody's going to get called with PI. It's either he pushed off or they're going to say it's on Humphrey. Or maybe they say no call. Did he push off? What happened?
That's why the meeting is moved a little bit further away from the Ravens.
Oh my God. Did he push off?
I didn't really see much of
I don't see much there. There should be no penalty.
Me looking at it, of course, I'm going with the offensive side. Yeah, I would agree.
I didn't see much of a pass interference on Marlon Humphrey. Both of them were fighting for possession, and Humphrey was looking forward. He wasn't turned around. They were fighting for possession. I didn't see much pass interference there. Did he grab him a little? If there's a little grab, then I guess you could say pass interference, but I didn't see much there. Also, it seems like Humphrey's bleeding because there's blood on his leg. That's not pass. Where's the pass interference?
Officials are still meeting.
Where is the pass interference?
It looked like a draw to me.
There's no pass interference.
I don't know. Let's make a call.
After replay assist, the pass is incomplete. Pass interference. Number 44 defense. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
I don't see pass interference. Where's the pass interference?
Let's take another look.
Show the replay. They're going to say incomplete, but where is the pass interference? I don't know about that. Herbert going deep. He's got a man. And Palmer doesn't even locate the ball.
Just didn't give him a chance.
But the ball looked like it was underthrown.
Had the matchup that you look for.
Palmer had it. Wiggins was right there, but Palmer had a step. If he puts it a little bit out there,
You know, underneath and
close.
Outside shoulder from where he
Close.
was looking, just wasn't quite able to get it out there far enough for.
2nd and 10, 7:05 left to go. Chargers know they need a touchdown. They're down 2 scores. If he looks towards Brandon Stevens' way, he'll find a target. He keeps trying Wiggins because he's like, I'm going to go try the rookie. And Herbert gets sacked. If this is a hold, that's going to be a sack. If this is a hold, it's going to be a sack. If this is a hold, it's going to be a sack. If this is a hold, it's going to be a sack. That's a sack. Decline. 3rd down. Kyle Van Noy's been trying to get Herbert all game, and he finally got him down. Justin Herbert gets sacked. He gets dropped to the ground. Kyle Van Noy puts Justin Herbert in the dirt. 3rd and long coming up here for the Chargers. And it's 4-down territory with 7 minutes left. I don't see how you punt the football. 3rd and 18 here. Kyle Van Noy has 9 sacks. Or maybe, I don't know, I think it was 8 sacks or 9. No, 9 sacks, I think they said. 3rd and 18. Herbert. He's going to take a shot down the field. He's looking for Brandon Stevens. Incomplete. Pass interference. There's the Brandon Stevens I know and love. Brandon Stevens doing all he can to get PI. Now, here's the funny part. Is that even a catchable ball? Is that even a catchable ball? Is that a catchable ball? That looks uncatchable. You can't call pass interference on an uncatchable ball. There it is. No pass interference. You can't call pass interference on an uncatchable ball. You can't. Unless he just flat out drops him. So they're not going to call pass interference there. So let me look at this replay. Stevens turns, looking. There's contact. There's a lot of contact there. It's an uncatchable ball, but there's contact there. However, because Palmer's also has some contact on Stevens, they're not going to call it. But I feel like there's contact enough for you to sit back and say, yeah, pass interference should be called. It's an iffy call. It's an iffy call. Because the pass is uncatchable, they're not going to call it. Because there's contact by both receivers and the pass is uncatchable, they're going to say, no catch there. Just leave it. Just leave it. 6.5 left to go. The Ravens have a chance to close this game out and head to 8-4. Refs are really screwing the Chargers this game. I mean, they've screwed both teams this game with the penalties. The refs have just been awful. Yeah, there's a lot of contact there. It's an uncatchable. Wait a minute. I don't know about that. I'm an honest fan. Yeah, there's definitely been calls that they've missed on both sides. There's been 2 bad calls on the Ravens and about 3 bad calls on the Chargers, 2 or 3. So it's been both. It's been bad. It's been bad. The refs have been bad every week, but I don't think there's anything you can change about that. They legit made up a penalty I've never heard of on the penalty on Patrick Ricard. That was just awful. I don't know what to tell you. That was just awful. Well, the Ravens have a chance to ice this game here. You know, you go down the field and you kill the clock. You put the Chargers in the position where they can't do anything else, and you're pretty much good to go. You can call it a day.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects and 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True.
Not gonna lie, I'm trying to get Derrick Henry a touchdown. Let's keep this streak going. Lamar's got one. Justice Hill's got one. Let's see if Derrick Henry can get one on the ground. It'd be great if he just takes this for like an 80-plus yard touchdown so he can get 200. If he can do that, then I feel if Derrick Henry is the primary, let's just run the ball with Derrick Henry, get him as much yards as possible, and get him as close as we can, because we got Saquon next week. And if we can hold Saquon, we're not gonna hold Saquon to anything. But if we need Roquan, man. Oh my God, this is it. The Eagles and the Ravens next week ultimately could determine who's gonna be Offensive Player of the Year between Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. Have you ever heard of a leg whip tackle? I mean, we've seen tripping and stuff like that, but a leg whip tackle, I don't think I've ever. There's maybe 2 times that's maybe happened, but I don't think I've heard about that any time recently. But that is a play in the rule book, and they're gonna be able to call that as a penalty, so it is something. Is it just me, or did the Browns and Cowboys lose by winning? Their draft pick might have. Yeah, I mean, the Browns beating the Steelers and the Cowboys beating the Commanders doesn't help their draft stock. It doesn't help their draft stock at all. But at the end of the day, I keep telling you, these guys go out there to compete. They're not actively trying to tank. Maybe the franchise is trying to tank, but the players, they have pride, and they're going to go out there and fight to the end.
Take another look at that, and a closer look. You see Brandon Stevens, he gets underneath the should pads here of Josh Palmer.
There's a tug.
I feel there was.
That's pass interference. That's pass interference. Now that I've seen the tug, they showed the other side. He's tugging his jersey. There's a lot of contact there. That's pass interference. I don't think that's a good call. That should have been pass interference. That should have been pass interference. And everybody, that absolutely should have been pass interference. That absolutely should have been pass interference. Why have the Cowboys been good on the road this season? Because they stink at home. Stevens getting away with defensive pass interference feels strange. It's just weird. Because he's been called on pass interference so many times when they've targeted him. I told you at some point Herbert was going to target him. That should have been PI. And now the Chargers are in a situation where they have to make a stop. They have all 3 timeouts, but if they cannot stop the Ravens offense right now, the game's going to end here. So they have to make a stop. Ravens, just keep running the ball with Derrick Henry. There's no reason you should even be throwing right now. Run the ball with Derrick Henry. They're going to run the ball with Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry gets 4.5 yards. He's going to be a yard out. He's going to be a yard short. They bit my tongue.
For the 4th time this season. And what they're doing in yards per play.
7 yards per play would be the highest in NFL history. This offense is doing historical things, and they're 7-4. This is literally like last year. Historical. One side of the ball is historical. The other side is, well, you see. 3rd down and 1. Hey, man, tell the Chargers to line up and stop Derrick Henry. They got to get the ball back. Ravens have no reason to pass the football here. There's no reason to pass the ball. Don't do no play action. Just hand it to Derrick Henry. Hell, an end around with Lamar wouldn't even be terrible. Henry gets the 1st down. Just run the ball with Henry, kill the clock, and let's go home and go to 8-4.
This is pretty remarkable. The Ravens offense this season, this is more proof of what Todd Monken has done.
Top 3 in a lot of things this year. And yet they're 7 and 4. Explain that to me.
Only team in the last 25 seasons to finish top 3 in all those categories. The Rams, the greatest show on turf in 2000 and 2001.
They won a Super Bowl in one of those years. Don't know if we're going to do that if this defense doesn't get themselves together down the stretch. Guys, the play clock is running down.
It doesn't matter what a defense does, they've got an answer. Here's
Henry getting another more. Keep feeding Derrick Henry. Keep running the clock down. Keep giving the man yards. Derrick Henry has 140 rushing yards. Let's get Derrick Henry to 200 because he's got to keep up with Saquon. This is a two-man. I'm so happy with how things have gone. People said the running back position was dead. No one wants to play it. We shouldn't pay these guys. And you watch this season. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, who else? Joe Mixon. All 5 guys are having great years on different teams. The running back position is valuable once again. And all these guys that went to different teams are showing exactly why. Why are they giving it to Justice Hill? Why are they giving it to Justice Hill? No, we need Derrick Henry touches. We need Derrick Henry to flag on the play. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. If you don't hand the ball to Derrick Henry, we're going to get an offensive hold. That's what you get. That's crazy. It's on Linderbaum. Linderbaum don't usually do that. If you don't hand the ball to Derrick Henry, we get penalties. Don't forget Sonic and Knuckles. You're right. With Montgomery and Gibbs, they're killing it in Detroit. The running game is back. Running backs are taking over this year. This is the year of running backs. If there's any year running backs should win the MVP, this is the year. Even though Lamar's having a historical year. This is the year for this. This is the year to give it to a running back. Let's show the league needs to show everybody the running back game, and H.S. having a good year. The running back position is not dead like y'all thought it was, last year, 2 years ago? The running back game is still here. Trust and believe in what you're seeing. The running back game is still here, guys.
Chargers with all 3 timeouts need to make a stop.
Lamar took it himself.
And in this case, Neiman makes a play on Jackson, a gain of
Are they going to call timeout?
Brings up 3rd down and a timeout.
There's the first timeout.
By LA.
Did you mention Joe Mixon? Yeah, I said Joe Mixon. Jaden Daniels. That's a good joke. You should have said Brian Robinson.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than quarterback Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
It's lovely, Peyton.
3rd down here.
Peyton or Peyton?
Peyton.
Good point about running backs. Everybody thought the running back position was dead. Running back by committee were doing that now. Yeah.
Great work.
Until you get all these new running backs on new teams that are dominating. I'm about to go look at the rushing yards. We know what Derrick Henry and Saquon are doing. Both of them are over 1,200 plus yards. Derrick Henry's actually, I think he's in 1,300 at this point. I think he's at 1,300 yards.
Unless you think this might be 4-down territory for John Harbaugh.
Why would this be 4-down territory? You know that's not going to be 4-down territory. Let's be real. Let's be real. Troy, you know it ain't no 4-down territory. 3rd and 13, just run the ball. Run the ball, kill the clock, and let them get his 2-score game. There's no reason to pass the ball and put it in danger. Just run the ball. Just run the ball. Second timeout called.
Timeout taken by the Chargers. They have 1 left.
On the game is no. Well, when we use Brian Robinson, they're actually good at running the ball. So why run on 3rd and 13? Dude, they're trying to kill the clock and force the Chargers to take their timeouts. They're not trying to really pick up a lot of first downs. They're gonna keep running the game, kill as much clock. You're saying keep your foot on the gas, which I agree with. But if you pass the ball and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and they get to keep 2 timeouts. They wanted to force them to burn both timeouts. And even if you go for it on 3rd down, you're not guaranteed to get it. If you air it out on 3rd down, you're not guaranteed to get it. They don't want to potentially have a turnover happening. I'm tired of this weak play calling you. I'm tired of this weak play calling you got Lamar Jackson. Again, 3rd and 13, you're backed up at your own 20-yard line. I'm not sure why you would. Those are the type of decisions you guys would kill Todd Monken if he did that. Let's not play this game. Maybe you won't, but this is the type of thing the fan base would kill. They'd be like, listen, we're up 2 scores. Run the ball, kill the clock, let's go home. We've talked about them passing too much in the 4th quarter. Now they're running the ball, and we're complaining they're not passing. It's the exact same thing. If Todd Monken would have called a pass play, and it gets picked off, now everyone's on Todd Monken's head. If Todd Monken calls a pass play, and it's incomplete, now they're saying, why didn't you run the ball? We can't play these games. You're up 2 scores. You want to force them to use all their timeouts, run the ball, force them to use their second timeout, and then punt it back to them with it being a 2-score game. After this game, it's elimination time starting Thursday. Fair. There was some Dolphins team that started 1-7 and finished 7-9. The team showed me that there's very little tanking in the NFL. Teams don't tank on purpose. Teams do not tank on purpose. If you're just losing games, you're just losing games. We should have done a wide receiver screen. I wouldn't have been mad at the wide receiver screen. But we've ran wide receiver screens in certain situations before. And I remember them trying to run a wide receiver screen against the Bucks, and it didn't work out for that. So they just wanted to be safe, just hand the ball off. Though I would have just had Derrick Henry on the field for that 3rd down. Derrick Henry might have broken a tackle or two and maybe taken it somewhere. But I wouldn't have wanted Justice Hill out there. I want Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has 140 rushing yards. Speaking of which, time to look at the running backs this year. Let's pull them up. Here we go. Saquon Barkley is leading with 1,392. Derrick Henry's going to be at 1,300 and something yards. I'm not doing the numbers. Josh Jacobs, 944 rushing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 886 rushing yards. Chuba Hubbard, who just got his contract recently, 876 rushing yards. Kyron Williams, 822. Tony Parker, 800. Aaron Jones, 798. Joe Mixon, 786. B.J. Robinson, 783. Alvin Kamara, 782. Najee Harris, 749. J.K. Dobbins. You may finish the season with 15 guys. Let's say 15, maybe 16 guys. Maybe even more with over 1,000-yard rushing. You may have 5 of those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of those guys that have 1,200 plus. Because you already got 1. You got 2 that have 13 plus. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley could end up rushing for 2,000 yards. Jacob could be somewhere between 1,200 and 14 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs may also be around that age. The age of running back is here, man. They're back. People thought they were gone. They're back. These are all great backs. These are known names. Chuba Hubbard just made himself known this year. But everyone knows Saquon. Everyone knows Derrick Henry. Josh Jacobs is known. There's going to be a hold. That should be another flag. That should be another flag if he touched the face mask.
Offside, number 99.
Dafeo was the one that got the sack and got called for the offsides. That's funny. So yeah, we know Saquon, we know Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs. These guys have established themselves. Kyron Williams, Tony Pollard was known in Dallas, which is why people are like, hey, he's better than Ezekiel Elliott. That's why they got rid of him the first time. Aaron Jones is known, Joe Mixon is known, B.J. Robinson is known. Like, these are known guys, and they're all playing well and running the ball well this year. Good. Oh my God, Johnson, can you make a catch today? Johnson, can you make a catch today? Jeez. Do you think the Ravens should draft Ashton Genty? Will he be available for them to draft? Because obviously, with you know you have a 2-year deal this year and next year with Derrick Henry. You will have to eventually look for another back. Would they go for Genty? Wouldn't put it past the Ravens. But is he even going to be available? Depends. If the top teams need a quarterback, he might be available somewhere. 2nd and 5. Herbert finds a man. Oh my God, he dropped it again. Dog, Johnson, catch the ball! Back-to-back drops. No way. It's in his hands. Oh my God. Tre'Davious White comes in and knocks it out. Can he catch the ball? The inconsistency from this guy. And hey, look at the TV plant. It's the Chargers woman, the Chargers lady that's always showing up. No one believes she's a Chargers fan. Everyone believes she's a plant by the NFL. I really do hope she's a fan. I really do hope that lady's just a Chargers fan that's just passionate when it comes to the game. And because she made a name for herself, now they constantly show her at Chargers games. I really do hope she's a fan. But if she's a plant, she's a plant. They blitzed. Herbert gets dropped. Gets dropped. Yeah, this is about to be game.
First guy there was Owe. It's 4th down. Well, they gave a whole different look. Zach Orr, they bring pressure off.
Well, Brandon Stevens the one that got the sack on that one. Good on Brandon Stevens. Chargers, go sign T. Higgins. This offense ASAP. Yeah, they need another receiver. They need another receiver. This is embarrassing. 4th down and 9. Pretty much game on the line here. It's do or die. Got to get somebody open. J.K. Dobbins got hurt and it changed the game. He's going deep. He's got a man. McConkey. McConkey's been the clutchest player for them today. How many yards? He has to have 100 yards at this point. McConkey, 2-minute warning, by the way. McConkey just caught his 5th pass. He has 5 catches for 78 yards. McConkey has been their most important. Quentin Johnson, 4 targets, 0 catches. This guy. What do you do with Johnson? What do you do with this kid? I don't know. How you feel about the defense this game? Hey, man, they're making plays. They're making plays. Credit to them. They're making plays. They didn't play well in the first half. They locked in the second half. They've given up 3 points in the second half. That's great defense. Now, at the same time, questionable decisions like that pass interference that should have been called on Brandon Stevens. That could have been a touchdown for them. It is what it is. Is this the first time we've seen Hurts versus Lamar? No. We had Hurts versus Lamar. Let me see. Unless that was a different quarterback. That might have been Carson Wentz. I'm pretty sure when we faced off against the Eagles in 2020, he was the guy. Yeah, 2020. In 2020. In 2020, right? Yeah, 2020. Jalen Hurts was the quarterback in 2020. We beat the Eagles. So this will be the second time Hurts and Lamar have faced off. It was, I believe it was a 2020 game. Yeah, it was 2020. Let me put this in, because we were in Philadelphia for that game. Let me pull up the game here. Yeah, we beat them 30-28. Philly was bad at that time. Wait, no. Jalen Hurts wasn't the starter. I think he was on the team, right? Carson Wentz was the quarterback. He was on the team, but he wasn't the quarterback that played. So you are correct. This is the first time we've seen Hurts versus Lamar. Because Jalen Hurts was on the team in 2020. Carson Wentz was still the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2020. We beat them 30-28 in that game. Man, bro, look at this stat line. Like, we've come along. Like, look at this stat line with Lamar. This feels like such a Lamar. This feels like a Lamar Greg Roman game. Lamar in that game, 16-27, 186 yards passing, a touchdown, 9 carries, 108 yards in a touchdown. Dog, that's such a Greg Roman stat line for Lamar. 100 plus yards running and passing. 1st and 10. The Chargers still have life, ladies and gentlemen. The game's not over just yet. Herbert fires down the middle. Incomplete. Off the hands of Palmer. Humphrey on the coverage. Incomplete. 2nd down. Great coverage by Marlon Humphrey. Can the Ravens do themselves a favor and close out a football game to make a point? We would like to say things about you, but you have to close games out in order for us to say something about you. Should have stopped them on 4th down. Now Herbert's going to throw a bomb on Stevens, or he gets pass interference call and they score and get the onside. We'll see. It happens all the time with the Ravens. No one would be surprised. It's such a Ravens thing to do. 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers. They're at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Herbert in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's looking towards his left. He's looking down the middle now. Pressure's hold. It's over. They saw the hold clearly. Justin Herbert can run for all these yards. It means a whole bunch of nothing. We saw the hold clearly. The hold was so clearly on Odafe Owe, we saw it immediately. Oh my goodness. The hold was so egregious. When you could see the hold visibly on TV, you know you did a terrible job. The hold was visible to the refs. You saw look at the tug. You saw the tug of the jersey. My God, the refs is like, wow. That was blatant. Like, if he would have missed that, the refs would have, well, the refs have missed plays like that. We remember Sam Darnold being freaking pulled by his face mask and nobody called anything. Refs have been awful this year. 2nd down and 20, 1:44 left. Can the Ravens defense prove that they're improving by making a stop here? Make a stop here. 2nd and 20. Disley gets half of that back. 3rd down coming up here. He might have got more than half of that.
I do think what Jim Harbaugh has been able to do and Greg Roman.
Well, he got 9 yards back.
On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, they're building something, and this is disappointing. There's been a lot of effort and a lot of.
I'm not gonna lie, J.K. Dobbins getting hurt changes the outcome of this game. Ravens, it doesn't stop the Ravens offense from doing what they're doing, but the Chargers may have more points if J.K. Dobbins doesn't get hurt. But that's just how the game goes. If your running back gets hurt, you just got to deal with it.
They're very much alive.
3rd and 11.
Got a tough schedule coming up. But this one's gonna stay
Timeout,
a little
Ravens.
bit. Baltimore uses a timeout. Right now, the Chargers sitting in second place in the AFC West. The Monday Night Post game presented by Nationwide is coming up after our game on ESPN.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Chargers losing this benefits. I'm telling you, the Ravens need to get a top 3 seed. They got to win the division. If they win the division, they get a top 3 seed. The Steelers could fall to 5. The perfect scenario for the Ravens is the Ravens getting the 3 seed. The Chargers fall into the 6th seed, or maybe Denver takes the 6th seed, and the Steelers are the 5th seed. That'd be perfect. Let the Steelers take on Houston and go deal with Buffalo go deal with Kansas City in the second half, and then in the second round.
Right now, they're in second place at 7-3 and inside the playoff picture.
Relax. What do you mean relax? I haven't said anything. I'm talking about the playoff schedule. What do you mean relax? Relax. Oh, I think you're talking about Darth. Because I was like, what did I say? I'm talking about the playoff schedule. 3rd and 11. McConkey is going to be stopped there. Short 4th down coming up here. And this is basically the game right here. If they don't convert on 4th down, Ravens are going to win 30-16. But yeah, Ravens, the best case scenario for the Ravens, they will win the division, the AFC North, get the 3 seed. Pittsburgh gets the 5th seed, and either the Chargers or Denver get the 6th seed. You get that first round matchup, then the second round matchup will be a grudge match against the Bills to see who gets to go take on Patrick Mahomes in the AFC title game.
No doubt about it, but he and they got it rolling, and they're going to end up with a 200-yard game on the ground against a Jim Harbaugh coach team. First time that's ever happened in Jim Harbaugh's NFL coaching career.
We need to stop. Ravens defense needs to prove something here by making a stop. Prove we've starting to make some of those changes to help us out.
It's really indicative of just how
4th down and 6, make the stop. Herbert fires, incomplete. Nope, and the flag.
Palmer was the target with Marlon Humphrey trailing him, and this call is against Humphrey and a 1st down for the Chargers.
Pass interference, number 44 defense. Ball's placed at the spot of foul, automatic. 1st down.
He grabs early.
Well, I really like this Josh Palmer and what he's able to do.
Humphrey grabs early. He grabs his jersey before the ball gets there. He tugs the jersey before the ball gets there. That's going to be pass interference every single time. Was hoping the Ravens defense will make a stop, but instead they're going to help pad Herbert's stats, I guess. Herbert going to take off. Herbert takes a shot, but he's fine. Clock continues to unwind. Ravens need to beat themselves before the Ravens need to beat them before the season. Oh, beat the Steelers before the season ends. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have another chance in Baltimore on the 21st. We'll see what happens. Here comes the pressure. Herbert. Ball gets knocked in the air by Tre'Davious. I'm not by Tre'Davious, by Armour Davis, who actually made a play. Good on Armour Davis for making the stop. 58 seconds left. 2nd down and 10 here for the Chargers.
Trying to give him a chance, just not quite able to, but that hit that Herbert took, yeah, I get it. You're competing, and that's what you expect from your quarterback, but if you're standing in Jim Harbaugh's shoes, that happened right in front of his sidelines, and not what you want to see from your franchise quarterback taking those kinds of hits.
Herbert. Incomplete. Tre'Davious White making the play there. Right there with the coverage. 3rd down.
And look at that hit by Chris Board at the end of this. He comes in, he's kind of...
You don't need Justin Herbert taking those type of hits, man. You do not need Justin Herbert taking those type of hits.
Got him a little worse. It sure looked a lot worse from here. Still, for a guy...
You don't need Justin Herbert taking those type of hits. I know he's been taken off a lot more and running the ball, but you don't want to see Justin Herbert take those type of hits. You don't need to see Justin Herbert take those type of hits. 3rd and 10. 54 seconds left. Still some hope here for the Chargers. Herbert fires. Incomplete. Armour Davis on the coverage, and they're going to call pass interference again. I mean, if you just want to give them the touchdown, just give them the touchdown. These penalties are just sickening at this point. Just give them the touchdown. Just say you want to give the Chargers the touchdown. Like, bro, what? Let me see the replay and let's see what Armour Davis did.
Top of this route. Good route again by Joshua Palmer. There's the grab and kind of impede.
Guys, you've got to stop grabbing. I swear all the pass interference calls have happened on Palmer. Are they that afraid of this guy that they keep tugging the jersey? Stop holding! First and goal. You hand the ball off. Gus Edwards gets a touchdown against his former team. And now the defense looks worse off because of it. And now you're going to go for an onside kick. You kick the extra point here. You go for the onside kick. 46 seconds left. You get the onside kick. If the Ravens can cradle this onside kick, it'd be cool. I just want 100 from that touchdown. Backdoor. Hey, congrats on getting the 100.
Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. And then we'll get into onside kickville.
Can the Ravens just win a normal game? This is what we talk about. Even though the defense has made some improvements, they can't close games out. The defense has made improvements, but they can't close games out.
There's some eyes glued to this extra point for sure, and a penalty flag for delay of game.
Derrick Henry's streak is over. It is what it is, but, you know, we're still fine. I'll take 140 rush yards. He has to try to keep up with Saquon. So, where was it? Let me see. Derrick Henry has 1,185 yards. Let me do the quick maths. Well, let me get my calculator. I'm not doing this right now.
In case you're wondering, onside kick attempts this season, 3 for 36.
And 2 of them was converted by the Ravens. 1185 plus 140. Derrick Henry has 1,325 rushing yards. Saquon has 1,392 rushing yards. They are very close. Unfortunately, the Ravens have not had their bye week yet, so Saquon can extend this.
Look at Lamar tonight. Here he is carrying it in from the 10. And then he started to heat it up as he finds Bateman. Yeah, you know, we've seen Lamar when he's had bigger nights throwing the football. Didn't have to do a whole lot. They got the running game going the way that they did with Derrick Henry, but he made the plays when he had to. Good throw here to Mark Andrews. And
we have 2 Monday Night Football games this season. Tampa Bay and now this. Good game for Lamar overall. Good game for Lamar. 16-22, 177, 2 touchdowns. Rushing touchdown as well. Good game for Lamar. Now, guys, keep in mind that you have given up 2 onside kicks. Please don't make it 3. I'm begging you to not make it 3.
Bounce it. Make something happen.
Get this onside kick and let's go home. We got Philadelphia next week.
Here it is. And it's Ravens ball.
All right. Isaiah Likely gets it. Good night. Let's go home.
No timeouts left for the Chargers.
Lamar Jackson can come out here, take a knee, and we can head to 8-4 on the season with a huge matchup next week against the Eagles.
3-0 in his head-to-head matchups against his younger brother Jim. Yeah, I would imagine that's pretty.
Congrats, appreciate it. But next week is going to be a tank. Dealing with Philadelphia is no joke. The Eagles are. I think the Eagles should be favored in that game. The Eagles should be favored in that game, but it's going to be crazy. That could be game of the year material.
Los Angeles to take on the Chargers, who are much improved, playing good football.
5th straight win on Monday Night Football for the Ravens. That ties the team's longest streak.
Certainly for Baltimore, and get back on the winning side of things. Lamar Jackson, just so you know, is now 18-4. His record following a loss. They lost at Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson and this offense did enough to get it done here tonight.
And Lamar's stats continue to look great on Monday Night Football. He has yet to throw an interception on Monday Night Football, and he won't do it this season unless the wild card round is in Monday night.
And he's thrown 22 touchdown passes and 0.
22 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions on Monday Night Football for Lamar Jackson. We'll see if that changes next year. Do not put us on Monday Night Football. Well, actually, put us on Monday Night Football for the wild card round. Apparently, they show up on Monday night. Yeah, throw that out the window. Throw it 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 out the window. I don't think they're gonna give us Monday night. They always give an NFC team the Monday Night Football game. We're gonna play on a Saturday night. Ravens get the 30. Yeah, 30-22. No, 23. I kept thinking 22. They kicked the extra 1 minute. Ravens get the 30-23 victory. They advance to 8-4 in the season. Chargers drop to 7-4. They should be fine though. Lamar, 16-22, 177, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, passer rating of 126.5. Derrick Henry, 24 carries, 140 yards, no touchdowns in this game, but he did run the ball well. Zay Flowers, 5 catches, 62 yards. Andrews had 44 yards on 5 catches and a touchdown. Bateman had 43 yards on 2 catches and a touchdown. Wallace had a catch. Justice Hill had 2 catches. Kolar had a catch, and they didn't even, I don't even know. Deontay Johnson got 1 target. I don't know why Deontay Johnson's on this team at this point. He is getting no repertoire. We lost to the Chiefs on Monday night. That's the only loss we have. Lamar's only lost on Monday night once, and now it's to Kansas City. Surprisingly, not a heart attack game. This is not really a surprise. This is what the Ravens do. A primetime game against a tough opponent where they have to make a statement, the Ravens show up. Even if it doesn't look pretty to begin with, the Ravens show up and find a way to win. If you want to be concerned and prepare yourself for a heart attack game, in 3 weeks we play the Giants in New York. That's the heart attack game. Next week against Philadelphia, you lose to Philadelphia. That's arguably, they're the second best team in the NFC. Some people may argue they're better than the Lions. I don't know if you would say that yet, but I think you can make an argument because of the Saquon effect. Either way, the Eagles are one of the best teams in football. If you lose to the Eagles next week, nobody's going to bat an eye. People think it's coming down to the Lions and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game to determine who's going to go to the Super Bowl. The Eagles are one of the best teams in football right now. You lose to them, nobody bats an eye. And everyone's like, okay, the Eagles just showcasing they're for real this year. You lost to a good team. But you lose to the Giants, everyone's got question marks. So if I'm a Ravens fan, just to give you an indication of what the Ravens do, they do this all the time. The Ravens, they'll play well against the top teams. They'll play bad against inferior competition. The exceptions are Kansas City and Pittsburgh. No matter how good, bad, they'll lose to them for some reason. They've got the Eagles next week. Then they go on their bye week. And fresh off the bye week, they're in New York against the Giants. The Giants game in 3 weeks is the game you should be concerned with. We lost to Vegas 2021 on Monday Night Football. Yeah. No, that was that Monday Night Football? Was that Monday Night Football? Oh, yeah, I think it was Monday Night Football. We started the season on Monday Night Football, huh? So that means we've lost to 2 teams on Monday Night Football. My mistake. So that means Lamar is... Because he's played on... I think it's what? I think they said he was 8-2, whatever his Monday Night Football record is. Either way, the 2 losses he's had is to AFC West teams. Steelers, Chiefs, Raiders own us. The Raiders own the AFC North, bro. Look at their record against both us and Pittsburgh. I don't know what the Raiders... Something about the Raiders and facing off against the AFC North. They should be in this division with the way they play sometimes.
You don't want to settle for 3, and Baltimore doesn't. I don't know how they initially ruled that an incomplete pass. Mark Andrews clearly hasn't. Peter in. Touchdown. They went for 2 to try to make it a 2-score game.
Quentin Johnson right now is good. I'm telling you, Quentin Johnson, bro, the fan base is about done with him. The Chargers fan base is about done with Quentin Johnson. So, 3 drop passes today. 3 drop passes. He can't catch a cold. Pathetic.
Actually, they do get off the field, but it's because it's a touchdown and an extra point. It's Justice Hill who gets to the end zone, and that pushes the lead to 14. A late touchdown for the Chargers after a bunch of PIs got them down there close, and the final score...
Either way, the Ravens get the win on Monday Night Football. They go to 8-4. Season's going about as I expected. Now, we'll see where that 5th loss gets to. Taking a look at the Ravens' schedule. Everything right now, other than the Eagles, I expect them to win. I expect them to beat the Giants. I expect them to beat the Steelers in Baltimore because I said we would split with them. I expect them to beat the Texans. And I expect them to beat Cleveland to end the season. So if everything plays out the way I'm expecting, that's 12-5 for the Ravens. Their loss will be to Philadelphia next week. Now, if they beat the Eagles, I'm scared. If they beat the Eagles, they might get swept by the Steelers. It's just the type of mojo we have. Who does Pittsburgh have next week? Let me take a look. The Pittsburgh Steelers... The Steelers have the Bengals next week. So they play Cincinnati next week. This is the Steelers' schedule. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Kansas City, Cincinnati. I promise you, the Steelers could be on the downfall. If the Steelers' offense is not legit, they're in trouble. I want to repeat the remaining schedule for them. They've had a soft schedule. They've had a soft schedule. Falcons, Broncos, Chargers, Colts, Cowboys, Raiders, Jets, Giants, Commanders, and then the Ravens was the best test they've had. The Ravens has been the biggest test they've had all season, and they won that. Then they lost to Browns. This is the Steelers' schedule down the stretch. We're going to find out just how legit Pittsburgh is. We're about to truly find out how Pittsburgh is legit. We're about to find out how legit Pittsburgh is. Cincinnati, Cleveland, which again, we'll see. They lost to Cleveland once. I don't know about that one. That might be a win. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Kansas City, Cincinnati. They got to play the Bengals twice, Philly, Kansas City, and us. If you want to give them the fact that say they own us, that's a win right there. If you want to say they're going to get their revenge against the Browns, that's 2 wins right there. Do you think Pittsburgh's beating Kansas City? Do you think Pittsburgh's beating Kansas City? Do you think Pittsburgh's beating Philadelphia? If the Bengals right now know it's win or go home. If they lose any more games, they're done. Cincinnati's offense is explosive. I promise you. Pittsburgh, this is the time. This is the time to prove if you're legit. You got Cincinnati twice, Baltimore again, Philadelphia, Kansas City. Show me if you're legit. You had a soft schedule for much of the season. Show me if you're legit. You've got KC. Matter of fact, let me check that. They got Kansas City going. The lucky Bears. They got to go to Philadelphia, though. They go to Philadelphia. They got Kansas City in Pittsburgh. They come to Baltimore, and they got 2 games against the Bengals. We're about to find out what the Steelers are about. We're about to find out what the Steelers are about. When you had a soft schedule to begin the year, the best wins the Steelers have had this year was against the Ravens. That's their best win. That's their defining win. Beating the Ravens was their defining win. We about to find out what you're made of. Good luck against Kansas City. Good luck against Philadelphia. Good luck against the Bengals twice with that high-octane offense. Let's see what you do, Pittsburgh. Let's see if you're about that action. We about to find out what you're made of. Baltimore just has to hold steady. Baltimore has to hold steady. Philadelphia is the toughest game they have on their schedule left. If they hold steady, they can take this division away from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's 8-3, Baltimore's now 8-4. We have our bye week after beating the Eagles. If Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh drops to 8-4 and we beat the Eagles and we're 9-4, we'll be first place heading into the bye week and we'll see what Pittsburgh's about. I'm telling you, Pittsburgh's going to have to prove if they're legit within the next 6 weeks. We about to find out about the Steelers. We really about to find out about the Steelers. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on a Monday night, too. Now, here's the thing. I have 2 things to say. Actually, I have 1 thing to say. No, I think I have 2 things to say. Unfortunately, guys, I will not be here to stream the Ravens-Eagles game. Now, I'm truly hoping that I'll be able to get home in time to catch maybe the 4th quarter. Because I think I can, depending on how my schedule goes, if I can get out of there as quickly as possible, I could try to get home maybe before 7 o'clock. And if I can get home before 7 o'clock, I can catch some of the final moments of the 4th quarter to see what's happening. But whatever happens, I'll probably live stream after the game, so we'll see. But I unfortunately will not be here on Sunday to stream the 4th quarter. I'll be hyped. I have to be here. Solomon, I'll try my best. I'll see if I can get here depending on when I get off of work. I'll do what I can. And if I can get here by the 4th quarter, I'll stream it. If not, we'll see what happens. I'll stream after the game. But unfortunately, I will not be here to stream those games. However, and this is a huge however, I have to see how Thursday's going to go for me. Thursday, as you all know, is Thanksgiving. Everybody knows Thanksgiving is Thursday. And when Thanksgiving happens, we have multiple games. We have the Bears and Lions at 12:30. We've got the Giants and Cowboys at 4:30. We got the Dolphins and Packers. That Dolphins-Packers game I want to watch because Dolphins need to win that one. And I might stream the Dolphins-Packers game if I am home. So, we'll see. Working on a Sunday sucks. It does, but I mean, considering the job I'm working, it's not really bad. It's pretty much, it's a lot of work, obviously, but I'm fine with working on Sundays because of where I'm going and what I'm doing. So it makes sense why I'm working on Sunday. My job requires me to be there on Sundays. That's just how it is.
Think scaling your AI pilots is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment.
I know you're a Heat fan, so you're rooting for the Dolphins, right? I always show love and support for Miami teams because I'm a Heat fan. So, you know, they're not my official team, but they are a team I do root for. I root for Miami for the Dolphins because I'm a Heat fan, so I root for fellow Miami teams. So I'll be rooting for the Dolphins on Sunday night, on Thursday Night Football. When they go up against the Packers, I'll be rooting for them.
Hey, how about we come over there with some ice cold Coronas and you share some of that barbecue?
So yeah, that's pretty much my news. I will not be here for the Sunday game between the Ravens and the Eagles. If I'm able to get off on time, I might be able to catch the fourth quarter. If not, I'll probably live stream after the game and we'll react to what happens. So I won't be streaming on Sunday most likely, but I will be here for Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, and I believe I can stream. I believe I'll be able to stream the Packers-Dolphins game. If things work out well, I might be able to stream Bears-Lions, but I can't guarantee I'll stream Bears-Lions. I can guarantee, or I can nearly guarantee, I'll stream Dolphins-Packers. So we'll just have to see. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to head on out of here because tomorrow's a Tuesday, and most people on Tuesdays got to go to work like myself, so I'm going to end it here. Ravens got the win. They head to 8-4, and honestly, with the way their schedule is favored, they could still win the AFC North. We'll just see how things go. They're 8-4, Pittsburgh's 8-3, and Pittsburgh's got a tough schedule. They got Cincinnati on Sunday, so we'll see what they do. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be sure to stay safe, and peace out.